into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are live with Expresso. My name is Graham Richards. What a pleasure to have you with us. We've just got, I think, three more days to savor with you. Starting to get quite emotional about it, but it has been a fantastic week already. We call it Hump Day because we are freewheeling towards the weekend, and I have to assume a holiday for most. So you're probably getting into that crazy festive vibe at the moment, maybe doing that Christmas shopping, braving all the masses, or like the many masses already on holiday. It gets difficult down south here in Cape Town with so many holiday makers already here, chilling, relaxing, sipping, but we love it. We want you to relax, chill out. So I'm hoping that you're on holiday already. If not, we'll help you through your day. We'll motivate you to tackle the day ahead. But if you are planning that holiday, maybe you're wanting to hit the road, we're going to have a little bit of fun this morning. I got all nostalgic thinking about this. What is your favorite road trip song? Maybe it's something new, maybe it's something a little bit old. My mom was the most amazing road tripper when I was little. She would hit the road and we would go on these fantastic adventures. And with her, it was always like Cat Stevens and Simon and Garfunkel, kind of a 60s vibe. And now I'd be like, Guns N' Roses, Mom, Guns N' Roses. But I absolutely loved the idea of a road trip. You can explore this beautiful country. You can connect with your family and friends. There is no better way to experience the world. So we want you guys to share with us your favorite road tripping songs. They can be old, they can be brand new. I loved Connell Cruise's latest song yesterday. That's a perfect one to hit the open road. Hit us up on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page. Let us know what you are listening to when your hair is blowing in the wind and you're riding free across the country, and you can start planning those beautiful road trips as we speak. Go out there and explore South Africa. We live in the most beautiful land on earth. There is no better way to experience that with a couple of friends, maybe family, and hit the open road. So we can't wait for you to share with us and also share in the show with us this morning. We're going to be in the kitchen. Brenda Mtambu, of course, from Joyous Celebration is here to bless us with her unbelievable vocal talent. She's going to be performing throughout the show. We're going to be back in the kitchen. It's going to be a lot of fun this morning, so stick around. And of course, the best part about these next 3 days, I get to savor them with my family. Guys, how are you doing? Morning, gang.
Morning, G, and of course, good morning to everyone at home. It is a Wednesday. It's the hump of the week, and you know what they say. Once we've reached the top of that hump, it's downhill to the weekend, and we cannot wait for it. Well, of course, we're in our Woolworths Beauty Room, making sure that everybody is just looking amazing and ready to go. But in order to look amazing, you also need to know what the weather is looking like. So let's take a look at how the weather will affect what you are wearing today. Now, in Johannesburg, the rain has returned, and the clouds have opened, bringing with it a couple of thunder showers during the day. Towards the evening, it will clear up again. It is advised to wear warm clothing and take your umbrellas with you and hold onto them really tightly. In South Africa's playground, heavy rainfall can be expected with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm throughout the day. A southwesterly wind is expected as well. Be prepared for some summer rain. Now, in the friendly city, high PE, today sunny conditions can be expected with high clouds and temperatures that are not as warm as the day before. Be prepared for a strong southwesterly wind for the entire day. After all, it is the windy city. And then finally, in the mother city today, a morning shower is expected in spots with intervals of clouds and sunshine. A strong northwesterly wind is expected until the weekend. Strange weather for this time of the year, I know, but we are not complaining. More rain to fill the dam. So bring along an extra jacket for the morning. And of course, just make sure that you stay nice and cozy, because when it comes to Cape Town, 5 seasons in a day, you never know what you're gonna get.
Absolutely never know. Like right now, we're all dressed in summer, but it's raining outside.
Listen, it's okay, we're inside. As long as when we go outside, we just make sure everything is, you know, covered.
All intact.
You look so nice.
Thank you so much. We're actually matchy-matchy.
I love it. I love it. You know why it is? It's because Woolies' phenomenal 5 weeks of newness campaign is guaranteed to elevate your fashion game. #into the new. Now, this week, we're going on a summer escape with international South African model Chelsea Hart.
Take your style on an adventure with Woolies' limited edition Summer Escape collection, featuring delicate and airy boho chic pieces in crisp white palette. You can head boldly into wistful summer jeans, soft textures and delicate lace details meet class, casuals and ethereal dresses for an instant summer wardrobe refresh.
Exactly. Well, I love it, hey?
These colors give me fresh air.
Giving you some absolute life. So why don't you express your fashion style this weekend, and of course, even this season, if you want to express yourself even more and enter our exciting competition. It's going to give you the chance to shop their hashtag into the new collection and give you the chance to stand a chance of winning a 2,000 Rand Woolies voucher. So visit the capsule collection on the Woolies website, put your favorite capsule collection items into your cart, then all you have to do is screenshot that cart, then reply on the competition post on Expresso's Facebook or Twitter pages with your screenshot and tell us what about the chosen items you love the most. Remember to include the hashtag into the new with your answer.
Now competition closes tomorrow at midnight, so you better get on it. T's and C's to reply and can be found on expressoshow.com.
Well, let's delve into our headlines here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, starting here in South Africa, where the Cabinet has approved the re-establishment of the National Security Council to streamline the coordination of all the security-related work of the country. Then on to shocking statistics. The almost 125,000 teenage pregnancies between ages 10 and 19 during the 2018-2019 financial year should sound alarm bells in the country, says DA MP Chantal King. There were some 3,500 deliveries among 10 to 14-year-olds and about 121,000 among 15 to 19-year-olds. Then further afield, 5 US tech giants, including Apple, Microsoft, Tesla and Google parent Alphabet, have been named in a lawsuit regarding the deaths of child laborers in cobalt mines in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And Boeing will temporarily halt production of its troubled 737 MAX airliner. And since January, production of the jet had continued despite the model being grounded for 9 months now after 2 fatal crashes. And finally, each year Google handles billions of searches, and earlier this week the search engine released the results of its 2019 Year in Search, which provides unique insights into the year's top trends based on searches conducted here in South Africa. The overall top 10 trending searches in South Africa included load shedding, election results, Fiona Viotti, Black Friday specials and Gavin Watson. But the top Googled recipe was somewhat of a surprise. It wasn't the usual oxtail or some semblance of chicken, but the recipe for how to prepare a porn star martini. And if you've Googled it, you should know a porn star martini is a delicious concoction of vanilla vodka, sugar, passion fruit pulp and lime with a shot of bubbly on the side. But just be careful when you do that search yourself, if you intend to do it this morning. That's where we leave our news for now. Let's take a gander at the sport. Now, as expected, after a very successful year that saw them win the Rugby World Cup and Rugby Championship, the Springboks, they dominate the nominations at the SA Rugby Awards. The Boks have been nominated for Team of the Year, and Coach Rassie Erasmus nominated in Coach of the Year category as well. In football, our midweek PSL action saw Bidvest Wits and defending champions Mamelodi Sundowns play out to a 1-1 draw at Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. And tasting their first defeat in months, Liverpool's youngest ever starting lineup suffered a 5-0 thrashing against a semi-experienced Aston Villa team that was in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup at Villa Park last night. For details on that and all of our sporting stories, stay tuned. We'll expand in about an hour or so.
Now, we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures, and JP Malherba sent us this beautiful sunrise from Robertson in the Western Cape, where a brief morning shower or two can be expected with intervals of clouds and sunshine reaching a maximum of 25 degrees. And then Gary Outcome sent us this bold sunrise from East London, where a passing afternoon shower can be expected with partly cloudy conditions and occasional rain in the evening, reaching a maximum of 24 degrees. Now, of course, it's a beautiful Wednesday. Let's take a look at the rest of the country. Now, how you humidity can be expected for Polokwane with a low of 17 and a high of 30. For you, Mbombela, it is 19, 32. Pretoria, 17, 28. And occasional rain can be expected for you, Johannesburg, with a low of 16 and a high of 27. Now, thunderstorms can be expected for Mahikeng, ranging from 18 to 29 degrees, and heavy rainfall expected for Klerksdorp with a low of 17 and a high of 29. Occasional rain for Kimberley, 14, 32. For you, Bloemfontein, it is 12, 28, and Richards Bay, 21, 35. Pietermaritzburg, if you're out there, it is 17, 34, and then thunderstorms can also be expected for Durban, ranging from 20 to 27 degrees. Mthatha, it is 14, 32, and a couple of showers for East London, ranging from 16 to 24 degrees. Cradock, 11, 36, and a southwesterly wind of 17 kilometers for the friendly city of Port Elizabeth, 16, 24. George, 13.22, and the lowest temperature in the country can be found in Sutherland with an all low of 2 and a high of 14. So you might want to get a coat out today. A northeasterly wind of 24 kilometers per hour for the mother city of Cape Town with a low of 15 and a high of 20. For you, Worcester, it's 10.19. Springbok, 6.20, and the highest temperature in the country can be found in Uppington with an all low of 14 and a high of 32. But of course, whatever you choose to do, make it count.
Make it count indeed. Time for our quote of the day, and today it comes from a young woman by the name of Drew Barrymore. I think we all know her by now. She's more than just an actress. She's a director, she's a producer, she's a model. She first rose to fame as a child star in the movie E.T. E.T. Phone Home. And of course, she belongs to the prestigious Barrymore family, who are world-renowned movie and stage actors.
I absolutely love her. Now, she overcame her teenage crisis when she was involved in substance abuse, but now over time she has become one of the most successful, beautiful and talented Hollywood actresses. And she was quoted as saying that, "I think happiness is what makes you pretty. Period. Happy people are beautiful. They become like a mirror and they reflect that happiness." Oh.
Wow. That's absolutely true.
Yes.
That's absolutely. People that are happy just have like a, it's like you're drawn to them. They're magnetized, and that's wonderful. So as soon as you just become happy and embrace who you are, I think you automatically will just encourage people to draw even closer to
Absolutely.
you as well.
And I love how she likened it to, you know, using a mirror, because when you're looking at a mirror, you're seeing a reflection of yourself.
Exactly.
So if you are happy seeing a reflection of yourself, that means you're content with who you are and what you're about, and you're able to share that energy with everyone around you.
And we're all in pursuit of happiness,
Yes.
you know? So once you find that within yourself, just embrace it and everybody will just love you too.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Tia. You look
Gina.
gorgeous this morning. Morning, Tia. You look gorgeous this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that's not for me if you bring a little skirt and love. Who's that for?
For Jamie.
Because we haven't seen each other in a while. you see,
I know.
So thank you.
I had that same light in my eyes when I saw you yesterday. Absolutely love it. So, I know you're a big fan of Joyous Celebration.
Yes.
How excited are you, Brenda? Tambu is coming this morning.
Okay. Wow.
It's going to be amazing. She is one of the most talented, phenomenally talented vocalists in the country. So that's really exciting. But we're talking about taking road trips this morning. I used to love taking road trips with my mom when we were small, and she would pack the smelliest food, boiled eggs and things like that. And, you know, when the Tupperware opened, you're like, whoa, okay. But I used to love it, dip it in a little thing of salt. She would always wrap up salt. But very nostalgic for me. Patkos, what's your favorite patkos?
Frikadel.
Frikadel.
Has to be frikadel with like a fresh loaf of bread. Snack it on there and you get in there.
Wow.
Can
What
I
about
change
you?
mine?
No, too late.
Me, I just put fruit and water.
And water. Oh,
Yeah.
healthy patkos.
Yeah, but you must, no, but you need it. You need it for the energy. So we're loving the fact that everyone's going to be hitting the open road, having a holiday. There's no better way to explore the country than with friends, with family, with a little bit of a road trip. What are you listening to when you're on the open road? Let us know. And maybe take some photos of the snacks that you like to pack. Maybe your mom likes some stinky things like chicken
the boiled
pieces as
eggs.
well, like the boiled eggs and like drumsticks that you can dip in the salt. But we'd love to hear from you this morning. In fact, share with us throughout this show. You can hit us up on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page, Instagram as well. Check out behind the scenes, exclusive footage throughout the show this morning. Am I actually going to get a coffee this morning?
Yes.
No, only me.
We'll see you now.
Only me.
That's nice.
A taste loved by those who have tried it. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Only you can make my day.
back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Of course, it's a beautiful Wednesday, and it is 3 days left of this amazing show. But don't worry, from 6 to 9 every morning until Friday, we're still bringing your feel goodness every single day.
Goodnessity.
Yes, goodnessity.
Oh, man, it's actually making me a little emotional. It was such an awesome end to the year. And, of course, 2019 is starting to wrap up right across the board. And the 2019 Game Awards happened this past weekend. And among the nominees for Best Independent Game was the Untitled Goose Game, whatever that is. Now, Gareth Woods and our own Musa, they got together to do their own review. And let's see what score the very uncompromising Gareth gives this particular nominee.
This morning we'll move away from the big budget video games and look at something more indie, relaxed and audacious in the form of Untitled Goose Game. With me is our resident gamer, Gareth Woods, to talk more about the game. Gareth, what exactly is Untitled Goose Game? Because all I see is goose running around.
You play a goose, that's basically it. You play a goose, a naughty goose who's just running around. You've got your mission objectives and you're just trying to cause absolute mayhem. It's really well done. Just the theme is so unique, so novel. It's been nominated for a Game of the Year award in the indie category. It's just the art style, the music, everything is just so refreshing. And like you say, it's something very different from the big budget things that we're so used to.
I mean, the game is less conventional, so what is the end game here?
Okay, so like any game, there's a point. You're not just trying to run around and create havoc. You've got a kind of to-do list of things that you need to complete. So your kind of goose missions before you go to the next stage. And they're anything from, steal the farmer's slippers to, make someone drop their tea or whatever. So you've got a whole bunch of little objectives to achieve. And how you go about it is the key. So there's no one way of doing it. So as you kind of explore the stage, you realize that there are multiple different ways for you to achieve your objective. And how you do it is up to you.
Awesome. So what's the gameplay like on this game?
Yeah, so like I said, it's pretty weird. You play a goose who's trying to, kind of cause mayhem and disrupt things. So what I've got here, for example, I bring up my mission. We've done a couple, but right now we're going to do that last one, which is do the washing. So I need a bra, a pair of socks, a slipper, and a bar of soap. So while he's not looking, while he goes reads his newspaper, let's just wait for our moment to go. Let's go, folks. And we're going to drop this sock in there we go. So according to this, you need a pair of socks. Oh, that makes things harder. So we need 2. But yeah, so you can interact with certain objects. You can just honk as well, just to scare people, which is just brilliant. And yeah, you just get to be a general naughty goose. I mean, your controls really, you can kind of creep here, you can run a bit faster, you can get your wings out and flap, knock stuff over, just be a general nuisance. But watch out while this guy's chilling. Oh wait, oh no, he heard me. Okay, let's go back to our mission in the meantime. Let's see if we can get that pair of that other sock. There we go. Here's our chance. Grab the sock, let's go! Run. Take the sneaky side. She saw me. Run. You can't outrun a goose, can you? Yes, we did it. Ha. Okay. And as you can hear the music crescendoing, the panic that sets in. Okay, hopefully we can sneak by this guy while he's reading his newspaper. Please, last time he caught us. Yes, there we go. And there we have it. A pair of socks is in there. But I want to show you some of the naughty stuff you can do here. While this guy's reading his paper, I'm going to be a bit of a nuisance. And just make him spill his tea. Haha. So we managed to do that one. And at the same time, get the bra. Yeah, so really it's just how you decide to play the game is up to you. There are lots of different options. Once you've achieved all the kind of objectives, then you move on to the next level. So I need to make him go barefoot and I need to do the washing. But essentially how you go about doing that is totally up to you. No, that's all the bra. They mustn't get my stash of other clothes.
Oh my goodness, this game looks amazing. So Gareth, who's this game for?
It's one of those games where, because it's so unique and so different, it's hard to prescribe who's going to enjoy it the most. I think what I've loved the most is playing with my kid and, he might not have the dexterity to use the controls yet, but he appreciates the humor and the simple kind of nature of the game. And also as he instructs, Daddy, do that, go fetch that, break that, whatever. So it's certainly a lot of fun for for young kids and adults to kind of just like let loose and be a goose.
Here we go. Like Gareth said, let loose and be a goose. So if you want to sit back, relax, and cause some mischief, this one's for you.
It actually looks like a lot of fun.
Really?
I
Are you a
never
gamer?
thought that. No, I'm not.
But
I'm
it looks like
no,
fun.
I just like old school Mario Brothers stuff. So that works for me, you know?
Yes,
Just a goose, just living its best life.
I'm so excited to be back. I wasn't here yesterday. I haven't had Sis Princess's coffee in a
girl.
while. Sis Princess Johnny.
You're right, Johnny.
The right and goes. What am I having today?
Cappuccino with the hazelnut.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Yes.
Aren't you getting coffee?
I'm waiting.
From who? From Sis Princess?
Yeah. Is it gonna come?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Princess.
Sis Princess.
A latte.
Latte.
Ooh, I'm being spoiled today, huh? Spoiled.
Is that what you usually
today.
go for?
Latte is my drink. That's
How
my
do you
thing.
take it?
Straight up. Anyways, coming up after the break, we've got the one and only Brenda Mtambo on the show. You know what, Princess? Make it 2 lattes because I'm
Yes.
sure she's a latte kind of girl.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, guys, who of you like hip-hop? Hip-hop. Oh, the world of hip-hop is one that is constantly raising the bar. And this weekend, we saw Casper Nyovest successfully fill up the Royal Bafokeng Stadium in Northwest with some 44,000 people in attendance.
But when does he not, though?
Hey,
That's the thing. We keep like acting.
Yo, guys.
It's not that far away from Joburg, guys. It's not like Rustenburg. It's like
Imagine jogging
7,000. It's like
levels.
it's levels. And I think in Rustenburg they don't really have a lot to do, so they're like, no, take nothing. But this is don't laugh.
You're always city shaming people.
I'm not shaming him.
All day, every day, I get those jabs.
On the opposite side of that, I'm saying that this kid's been doing this for a while. He's been filling up stadiums for years now. Why do we act like it's a surprise? Of course he is.
We should have just got him to fill up our dams. Hey. Now, this is
got
why,
you.
when it comes to awards, our local hip-hop stars are worthy of being celebrated. Now, last month, the annual Hip-Hop Awards took place at Gold Reef City. And man, was it a show of note as our artists gathered once again to celebrate each other and, of course, one another's successful year of making music. Tolo was there to bring us all of the action.
Turning 8 this year, the South African Hip Hop Awards were established almost a decade ago with the aim of bringing together and celebrating members of the hip hop community in South Africa. This year's theme is titled "The Revolution Will Be Computerized," and man, I can't wait to catch up with some of our favorite ladies and gents of hip hop. Where you started this initiative 8 years ago, what sparked the idea to create this platform?
I think for me, the importance obviously of creating this platform was to highlight where this culture comes from. One, I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you probably know about 20 rappers around you. If you're an elder person, I'm pretty sure your son or your daughter dabbles in hip hop, So it made the most sense because the culture got to a space where we were filling stadiums, we were collaborating with big brands, we were touring the world, we were having the biggest festivals in the continent and so forth. So it made the most sense to award and reward and celebrate each other as South African hip-hop culture.
All races can embrace hip-hop, and we can spread any message. We can spread love and positivity across the whole, not just nation, but the whole land with hip-hop. So that's why things like the Hip-Hop Awards are very important, because it celebrates the creativity of our local and, proudly homegrown hip-hop artists.
With me is a 3-time nominee, Touchline. How are you feeling about being nominated in 3 categories here tonight?
Good morning, excited, can't wait to see what the night has for us,
And why do you think the Hip Hop Awards are such a necessary platform for the industry in South Africa?
It's crucial, because it's a genre on its own, it's a lifestyle on its own, and I think abantu mababagaya awards separately and on some, we notice what you guys are doing for the art, what you're doing for the culture. I think it's better than cramming a lot of things into one, you separate it, it's bigger, sakbon, and so.
With me is the beautiful Nandi, and she is nominated for Best Collaboration with KO. Tell us about the making of that song, actually.
It was incredible, I'll tell you what. So the original song, of course, Gonna Love, was Zakes was head of A&R, and he was the one who was like, hey, KO wants to do a song with you, I really think you should do it. I was like, but I'm not in hip-hop, somehow he convinced me, thank goodness, and that's how the first one came about. Second time around, I was like, KO, the streets are talking, they want us to do another one. So I literally just listened to the people, because it's all about the people, and that's how it came about. But I grew up with hip-hop, like everyone else. I had an older brother who introduced me to hip-hop, so I'm just here to honor, urban music, especially in an African way, and see how it's grown, so it's great to be part of the Hip-Hop Awards, right?
These 2 are nominated 2 times over tonight. Talk to us a little bit about those nominations.
Hey, it's crazy because it's Best Collabo and one which I regard very highly, Song of the Year. It comes at a crazy time when people thought I'd shied away from hip-hop, so looking forward to bagging at least one.
Always such a pleasure bumping into you, Gigi Lemaine. You are nominated how many times this year?
Twice this year, 3 times, winning this. So yeah, we're willing to put it on the side if we don't win, but it is twice, guys. The youngest nominee here when it comes to the girls. It clearly means that the hip-hop culture has become a movement. We've become a culture. We've become a people that understand that, yo, guys, we're going to get it regardless of what anyone else thinks. And we have created our own voice as hip-hop. Everyone has this idea that because it's so Americanized, we don't have an African voice. And we absolutely do as South African female hip-hop artists. I have to shout out the girls because females, this is our time. Hip-hop is ours. And I think this year we've done exceptionally well.
Always a pleasure bumping into you, Kuli.
Always nice.
Always nice. Talk to us a little bit about what brings you out here tonight at the 2019 SA Hip Hop Awards.
We're here to celebrate SA Hip Hop. Next year, SA Hip Hop will be 20 years deep. How amazing is that? But I'm also here to celebrate my Planet of the Have-Nots album release. What better place, but than to be around SA Hip Hop and the culture. Shout out to Younger who's nominated. Youngsters also nominated out here. 25K. I'm really excited about the guys that are coming up and the albums that dropped this year, The best remix category. I think that's the most interesting one for me this year. I'm looking out, I can't wait to see who's gonna scoop that one.
What a beautiful celebration tonight has been of our country's top hip-hop talent. And man, if those performances on stage are anything to go by, we're definitely in for a treat from the hip-hop scene come 2020.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're having a good time. Listen, we are in the presence of greatness right now, if I may say so myself, ladies. Now, Brenda Mtambo has one of the most powerful and soulful voices that we've heard in a while. And after initiating a music project called Sisters of Joy, she took a big leap of faith towards fulfilling her dreams. And she's joining us this morning to give us a sneak peek of what to expect at the much-anticipated 17th Annual Durban Jazz Festival. And joining her is Project Director of the Durban Jazz Festival, Juanita Ngobo. Great to have both of you ladies here. Good morning.
Good morning. I mean, Sissy, a lot of people recognize you from the multi-award-winning group Joya Celebration. But most recently, you hosted your first show under your own, under the record label Musa Music,
Yes.
right? Called Women Rise.
Yes.
Why is it such an important milestone for you to kind of do your own thing outside of such a big group?
I think it was just expected of me to do that, like to move from being, you know, in high school to tertiary, if I may put it like that. Like, it's just growth. You know, I had to leave, and I had my own plan. When I first joined the group, I had my own vision and plan of what I wanted to achieve in the music industry. And Women Rise is part of me, the businesswoman first. I'm a businesswoman, you know, I run my own business, I run my own... I do a lot of things. You know?
Yeah.
So I think it was my just, you know, a progression of where I was going to go. Yeah.
And I get it, as a musician, it must be always exciting to be releasing new music, to see that creativity come to fruition. And you recently released Ungoam Forever.
Yes.
Tell me about that song itself, how it came about. Hopefully, I mean, we're going to be hearing it here live. And hopefully people will be able to hear it at the Durban Jazz.
Yes. Ungoam Forever was a song that was so different from everything that I've done before.
Yeah.
It has that Afrobeat, you know, the... And people are not used to me doing that kind of music because I do mostly soulful stuff and jazz.
Yes.
And I just wanted to give people something different, like to give a part of me because, you know, they've just seen a little bit of me. I wanted to spice it up and bring something vibey and very young and very fresh. Yeah.
And very true to you.
Yes.
I mean, in 2013, you released your debut album called Inspired.
Yes.
And then most recently, Okanya's in 2020, you're releasing your new album under the new record label.
I have two albums. So I've got Inspired and I've got So Much More. So Much More. I haven't released in like 3 years. I released in 2016. So in 2013, I released my first album, and then 2016, I had my second album. So now I'm working on my new material that people can expect in 2020, and my tour, just a lot of things that I'm working on in 2020. And it's so amazing to grow in the music business, you know, things. So to be an independent artist from big labels, you know, it's very scary. You got that. It's the challenge that I'm willing to take.
And now here you are again, headlining the annual Durban Jazz Festival. Not for a first time, you've come back to do it. So Juanita, clearly you and your team are doing something very, very right. Keeps people coming back over and over again. What is it about the festival that you think excites people so much?
I think what excites the people mostly about the Durban Jazz Festival is the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because firstly, the Durban Jazz Festival takes place on the banks of Hazelmere Dam. And in most cases, the jazz festivals are indoor or in the ground, you know. So you have the likes of water sports happening while there's music in the background. You have cooler box. You have bright stands. You know, people enjoying.
You can say cooler boxes. There's also cool people.
Camp chairs, you know, gazebos. It's a whole lifestyle. And this year we actually also added the camping sites where people can actually camp on the day. You know, so it's that kind of atmosphere and vibe that brings people coming back, you know.
Wow. And for you, Brenda, as an artist, why do you love it so much? Why do you come back over and over again?
I think for me, I was launched at the Durban Jazz.
Wow.
My very first festival that I've ever done. Actually, I just saw now. Facebook reminded me.
Wow.
When I released my first album, Inspired, they gave me the chance. They you know, I was so terrified.
Really? So you actually remember?
The lineup, you must check that lineup every time, every year. The lineup is always like on top, so you must know your story when you come there. But one thing that I really love is the fact that they give every artist an opportunity. Like whether you are known or you are not known. At that time, nobody knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
Actually, they're like, you know, Brenda, what are you doing? Gospel, you know, but they gave me that chance. I like the festival for that. Every time when you come, from 10, there's an artist on stage. Whether you know the artist or you don't know the artist, the music is amazing. They bring the best also in terms of the lineup, which is really amazing.
And now in 2019, you're one of those heavyweights, and young people going in are just like, oh, Brenda's here, she's performing, how do I even act? Well,
But I also quickly want to talk, because you said, you know, it gives the platform to young, maybe unknown artists to come around. So let's talk about some of these artists that you can expect to see on the stage. Who are they?
So previously, what we've done is that we've had the Durban Jazz auditions taking place, and we've got 5 of those upcoming musicians performing on the day.
Yeah.
And some of the artists that we have on the lineup is Tandi Somazwai, we've got Mafiki Zolo, Silai Salota, you've got Ukaya Mahlangu, you've got Sistandi Ntuli, you've got Zoe Madiga, we've brought Malaika, we want to see them on stage. So it's a long list.
I hear you say something so well.
Yeah, we've got something Soweto as well. We've got Strava, we've got Amufaku. So we're balancing, you know, the mature crowd and the youth, you know, because it's a family event. So we need to balance the lineup.
And it's the perfect time because it's on the 26th of December, Boxing Day, straight after Christmas.
Yeah.
You're with your family. If you're in Durban or you want a young, you know, road trip, you can just head down there and have the best time.
I'm looking at this ticket price, and I'm like, for $450, you can get all of that.
Yes, and you two must come.
Here, partner. Official invite from the organizers. That's how we like it. Ladies, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on bringing yet another great festival together. And I'm sure you're going to be absolutely killing it out there, Brenda.
Thank you.
Looking forward to the music.
So lovely to have Brenda on set. Of course, the festivities continue in just a moment. We've got girls hampers, boys hampers, fun in the sun hampers, all courtesy of the Crazy Store as we continue 5 days of giveaways. So if you've entered, stand by, get your phone ready, because we might be calling you on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Big or small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
It's the most magical time of the year. It never gets old. We love it. It's holiday season, and to celebrate here on Expresso, we are doing 5 days of incredible giveaways with the Crazy Store this week, where you stand a chance of winning some amazing Crazy Store festive season hampers. Really cool stuff. Each day's prize is completely different, so make sure you stay tuned this week to see what's up for grabs. So on Monday, the 2,200 Rand voucher was won. Yesterday, the girls' festive season hamper was won, and we've asked you to comment on our Facebook post with what's your favorite festive find at the Crazy Store and why. And this morning we have selected our second winner via Facebook entry. It is Sajida Moodley this morning. Let me turn you loud and clear. Sajida, good morning. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm very good. Of course, you're already a winner. We're going to decide now what you win, or at least you are going to, by choosing a balloon. But I'm going to go through what you posted. You said, I love the wide range of candles to add a bit of extra to my Christmas dinners, etc. Hashtag Crazy Store. Congratulations, Sajida. You are our winner this morning, but now it's time to decide what you are going to win. So I've got my gorgeous colleague here, Leanne, who's going to be going through our prizes, but you've now got to choose, okay, which balloon you would like us to select from. So we've got balloon 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. What is your choice going to be?
It's going to be 1.
Number 1, it is.
So, Sajida, you are winning. We need you to deck the halls with homeware giveaway hamper. Congratulations.
Lovely.
It's an elf wash line, a Christmas tree, tinsel, decoration balls, Christmas lights, Christmas balloons, a wreath, a sequin stocking, a wine bottle decoration, dream lights, headbands, sequin hat, decorated balls, confetti, place cards, and gift tags, all in your prize. Congratulations, Sajida.
Oh,
that's quite a hamper.
That is, I mean, Christmas. Oh, that is so cool. Christmas has just exploded in your house. That is awesome. So congratulations. Thank you so much for taking part, and have a beautiful and a festive season. Are you guys going on holiday? Are you going away? Are you going to be home for Christmas?
Home for Christmas. Nothing better than the sun and the beach of KZN.
Oh, lovely. And of course, a massive Christmas explosion at the house, courtesy of the Crazy Store. So enjoy it, enjoy the festivities, and please post tons of pictures for us to see. But have a wonderful, wonderful holiday with your family and friends.
You guys as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations, Sajida.
And of course, you stand a chance at winning. All you have to do is comment on our Facebook post with what is your favorite festive find at the Crazy Store and why. Share yours on Facebook, and we could be calling you live to choose which balloon you would like popped for a chance to win an amazing prize. Remember, T's and C's do apply.
Big or small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
So it is the festive season, holiday time, and you might perhaps have your hands full with the kids all around the house and play dates being arranged. But not to worry, we've got a recipe for you that is absolutely fantastic. It's clover butter pizza pinwheels, and they might just be the best recipe that you've discovered this year. They're quick, they're easy, tasty, and the kids will absolutely love them. And that's why Teresa's here with Maggie, who's going to be showing us how to make these.
Yeah.
How are you?
Very, very well. We're just here for the cheese, really.
Really? That's what we're all
Yeah.
here for. And Maggie, you're going to be showing us how to make this. Firstly, thank you very much for waking up so early to come and be with us this morning. We really appreciate it. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Now, what do we need to make these clover butter pizza pinwheels?
Right, so definitely get the kids involved. Maggie, you're going to show us how.
Please.
So we've got some puff pastry here.
Good.
We've lined our tray with some baking paper, pop the pastry on, and then we're going to spread some tomato puree onto the pastry. So do you want to start doing that?
Because every pizza needs a good tomato puree
You have to have the base.
right?
So I'll spoon some on, and then you can start. Actually, can you reach it there?
Okay, Maggie can show us the right kind of technique. You've done this before, Maggie?
No.
Oh, this is your first time, but you're a pro like that. Look at that. Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
There
that.
you go.
That's
Pop some more
perfect.
on.
Perfect, perfect.
Good spreading. There we go.
And so once you've made these would be great, ideal snacks for a little lunch. And those play dates, having
Picnics, play dates, parties as well.
There we go.
So I think they'd be an absolute hit with the kids.
Yes.
That's great. Well done.
Okay, so spread it nice and all round. Make sure
All
every
over the
corner
place.
is covered.
There we go. Do you want to sprinkle some herbs on now? That looks good.
Maggie is very precise.
Very
She's making
thorough.
sure it's... Look at that.
Okay.
Masterful
Right,
stuff.
let's
All right,
move on
good.
to the herbs now. So we've got some dried oregano. So do you want to sprinkle that on? And then just season with a bit of salt and pepper as well.
Of course, any good chef knows that you've got to season
That's on.
while you're making your dishes.
Yes.
So oregano will give that lovely herby flavor profile.
That's it, yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Well done, Maggie. Is it easy so far, Maggie?
Yes.
Ah, lovely stuff. Okay, what's next?
Right, so we've got salami next. So you could actually just customize it with
it's
your favorite
pizza, right?
toppings.
So, yeah,
do
whatever works for you.
feel. Yeah, do you want to grab some of those?
Oh.
Just sprinkle that all over the tomato.
Lovely, lovely stuff. Just make sure you don't all bunch them up in one little spot.
You
You
make
gotta
it
get
fair for
There we
everyone
go.
must get a piece here.
Alrighty,
Right,
and you've got
pop
some
that
cheese
on.
as well.
We are
That's ready
using
to go.
2 different kinds of cheeses.
What do you have?
So we've got clover tusses and
Can I
clover
help? Can I
cheddar.
help out with
So
that?
I'll pop that
All right.
one.
I'll grab some of this.
Right, get that on.
There we go. And Maggie,
Some
you
of
can
that.
grab a handful as well. You can choose
Can do
whichever one you'd
both.
like. Oh, I need to spread mine a bit more than that. Good.
All over. Oh, this is going to be good.
It's already smelling absolutely amazing. All right, and then
And then we roll it up.
we roll it up. And of
Easy,
course,
easy.
remember, these are clover.
Cheese there.
More cheese. Okay, I tell you what, you could put down more cheese over there.
I'll
These
start
are
rolling from this side.
our clover butter pizza pinwheels. And of course, clover butter oil is a blend of sunflower and butter oil as well. It's a lovely variety that allows you to use it in cooking and frying and baking. And it requires no refrigeration with a 180-day shelf life with the richness of taste that you get in butter. Oh, look at that.
so just roll
some
that
of the
up.
butter is, the cheese
Oh,
escaped.
no.
Get it back in there. Maggie, get it back in there.
So roll
Can't
it up.
waste it.
And then you pop it in the freezer for about half an hour. It's just going to help it to firm up and make it easier to cut.
All right.
And then once it's firmed up,
You're going
you
to
just
try.
cut it into slices.
See, cutting it up would be a lot easier if it was firm.
If it was firmer,
now
yeah.
It's doing a little,
So what
giving
I'm
us a bit of
gonna
the
do,
shakes.
I'm going to swap these around.
Yes.
And I'll pass you the circles, and then what you can do is pop the skewers into the dough.
Okay.
So
The skewers are
that
over
to
there.
you, and I'll pass you some of
See, now the cool thing is that there you've got pinwheels, now you've got pin triangles,
Yeah.
which is quite nice as well.
It's a little bit firmer.
There we go. So then you just pop the
You
skewers
can
through
pop the skewer inside, yeah.
like such.
And then just arrange them on your tray, and remember to leave space in between because they are going to expand.
Ah, yes.
And they'll need a little bit of space.
Okay, so if you're watching this and you'd love to make this over the weekend, SMS the keyword clover to 33728. Would you like to do another one, Maggie? There's one over there that needs a skewer.
And one
Just
more.
be very careful with it.
And then before we bake them, we're going to brush them with some of our clover butter oil,
Excellent.
just to get them nice and brown.
See, Maggie's got the technique on point. I've now tried to get my skewer all the way through to the other side, and it's now squished it from a
You wanna
pin
do-
triangle to a flatbread.
It's a heart. It's a pizza
It's a-
heart.
Oh, you're so encouraging to me. Thank you. Listen, while we get the clover butter oil brushed onto these lovely pinwheels, let's quickly show you how to make this. It was very easy. Thank you very much, Maggie.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
For many parents, holiday season also means playdate season, which means even more time in the kitchen. Get the kids to help you make these Clover Butter Pizza Pinwheels. They will love the taste and it will keep them out of trouble, for a little while at least. Spread a 1/4 cup of tomato puree over a roll of defrosted puff pastry. Next, add salt and pepper to taste. 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 6 slices of salami chopped, 1/2 cup of grated Clover Tusses cheese, and roll the pastry up into a log. Place the log into the freezer for 30 minutes. Then slice into 2 centimeter thick rounds and piece a wooden skewer into each. Pour 1 tablespoon of clover butter oil into a bowl and lightly brush the pastry. Bake in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes. Cheesy, fun, and full of pizza flavor, these Clover Butter Pizza Pinwheels will definitely please the crowds.
Made with love by Clover.
There they are. SMS the keyword Clover to 33728 and we'll send you a link to the recipe as well as the ingredients list so that you can make it on your own at home and truly prove that they are cheesy, easy, and delicious. Maggie, you go first.
Oh, there we go.
I'll go
taste.
second. Maggie's like, huh. Let's see how you've done,
breakfast.
cat.
What do you think?
Yum.
Oh, yes! Those are the words we love to hear. Yum. Teresa, thank you very much.
Such a pleasure.
These are really scrumptious, beautifully cheesy, and so easy to make. Your kids will love them. So SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. Remember that SMSs are charged at around 50. No free SMSs apply. I'm gonna have, this is breakfast.
Enjoy it, cheers.
Officially now. Yum.
It's good.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
That looks absolutely delicious. Do you know what else is delicious? The wonderful sounds of Sis Brenda Mtambo, who's here to elevate our feel-goodness to a whole different level. Sis, you're performing after the break. What should we expect?
I'm performing a song called I Love You. I don't like to say what you need to expect, but it's a beautiful song. Like, I hope you guys will love it. I hope the viewers at home will love it.
I'm sure we will, and we look forward to all of that, all of this amazingness and more after this.
This is your captain speaking, and we wish you a comfortable flight.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
That is probably the worst happy birthday you will ever hear, but it came with love from our hearts because we really do love you. And we want you to feel incredibly special on your birthday. And we've got a ton of birthday messages to get through, so hopefully someone loves you enough to have sent through a dedication. You want to kick off?
Shall I start? All right.
Do it.
Here's the first one. Happy birthday to my husband, Mikhail Kutsia. May you keep receiving all the good things in life. I love you very much. This is from your wife, Rowena Kutsia, and your son, Keanu. There he is. Happy birthday, Mikhail. Then Sheena Haynes is turning 33 today, so happy birthday to you, my angel. You are the light of my life. I'm so proud of you, and I love you forever. This is from your gran, Mary Ann.
Oh, so cute.
Sheena.
And the next one is for Declan. Your birthday is the first day of another 365 days journey. So keep being the shining star amongst other beautiful stars above, I don't know, and light up your own world. Just make this year the best ever. Happy birthday to you, Declan. And the next one goes to Makgotso, sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. Have a wonderful time and a very, very happy birthday, Makgotso.
Then we've got a double header here. A wish for Eileen and Desmonia on your birthday. Whatever you ask, may you receive. Whatever you seek, may you find. Whatever you wish, may it be fulfilled on your birthday and always. Happy birthday to you, angels. Do you think they're twins? Are they twinning or they? They're getting in the
Lovely
Christmas
photo.
vibe. Beautiful stuff. And then count not the candles, see the lights they give. Count not the years, but the life you live. Wishing you a wonderful time ahead. God bless you. Kaylin Jacobs. coming to you from your family. That was
wishes.
beautiful dedications this morning. Well done.
Yeah, okay. Then one that says, your life is just about to pick up speed and blast off into the stratosphere. Wear a seatbelt and be sure to enjoy the journey. Happy birthday to you, our beautiful Lerato. That from your
That's a cool
family.
message.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Birthdays are a new start, a fresh beginning, and a time to pursue new endeavors with new goals. Move forward with confidence and courage. You are a very special person. May today and all your days be amazing. This is a message to you, Keegan. Happy birthday.
The creative writing
I
today.
listen to poets and they don't even know it.
Go.
The next one goes to happy birthday to Pouchia, like Ouchia.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Hector. May God bless and grant you all the desires of your heart from your loving family, Lawrence, Zoe, and Zach. And that's for Pouchia, Ouchia, Hector. And the next one goes to a happy 13th birthday to Kyle. Have an amazing day. May God bless you abundantly from your dad, mom, and Reese. And that is for you, Kyle.
Oh, we wrap it up with a happy 13th birthday to my son, Tyrell. May God bless you more. Lots of love from your family. Happy birthday, Tyrell. Get out of bed, son. Get out of bed, lad.
I feel like the family could have rearranged that collage. The sleep one didn't have to be so prominent.
Maybe that speaks volumes about the nature of it. I mean, remember, you were at 13. I would have caught a young nap any time of the day, man. But it is your birthday, so you can chill, bro. You can chill. Happy birthday, Tyrell.
Well, listen up. If you'd like to send a birthday shout out to someone special in your life, you can email us with beautiful pictures like that, including sleep pictures. We'd like them too. Yeah. Email them to birthdays@cordova.tv. And if you're brave enough and you'd love to have your vocal cords exhibited to the entire nation whilst you sing happy birthday to that special person, you can WhatsApp us 071-640-6551 with a 15-second video. We'd love to hear you singing happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Okay, sweetie, time to blow out your candles.
Don't ruin the moment. Prevent allergies or cold and flu with fast-acting powder nasal spray from the Nexa range. Nexa, brought to you by Pharma Dynamics.
It's the 18th of December. If it is your birthday, happy birthday, and we wish you an amazing day. Right now, though, it's time to have a look-see at what's happening in and around the world with the news headlines.
As we go 3 minutes before 7 o'clock, let's take a look at those headlines this morning. The Cabinet has approved the re-establishment of the National Security Council to streamline the coordination of all the security-related work of the country. The Minister in the Presidency, Jackson Mthembu, said yesterday. He said the council would be responsible for the approval of national security strategy, the national intelligence priorities of the country, and national intelligence estimates. The council that last existed during the tenure of former President Thabo Mbeki will be chaired by President Cyril Ramaphosa in his capacity as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed and Security Forces. The almost 125,000 teenage pregnancies between the ages of 10 and 19 during the 2018-2019 financial year sound alarm bells in the country, says DA MP Chantal King. This was revealed by Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga in response to a parliamentary question from King. The KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape, Limpopo and Gauteng have the most teenage pregnancies, with some 3,500 deliveries amongst 10 to 14-year-olds and 121,000 amongst 15 to 19-year-olds. King said sexuality education in schools should focus on pregnancy prevention in schools, but awareness also needs to be raised in communities. Now moving further abroad, 5 US tech giants, including Apple, Microsoft, Tesla and Google, parent Alphabet, have been named in a lawsuit regarding the deaths of child laborers in cobalt mines in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The impoverished but mineral-rich DRC is the world's largest producer of the rare metal, which is crucial for making batteries used in mobile phones and electric vehicles. The case was lodged on Sunday on behalf of 14 unidentified victims, who are members of the families of children killed in tunnel collapses, as well as children maimed while working. Boeing will temporarily halt production of its troubled 737 MAX airliner in January, the manufacturer said yesterday. Production of the jet had continued despite the model being grounded for 9 months after 2 fatal crashes. More than 300 people died when 2 737 MAX aircraft crashed into Indonesia and Ethiopia after reported problems with a new feature. Now, the Federal Aviation Authority's analysis suggests that there could have been a dozen more crashes over the lifetime of the aircraft unless changes were made to its design. And then finally, if women ran every country in the world, there would be general improvement, says former US President Barack Obama. Speaking on leadership in Singapore, he said though women aren't perfect, they are indisputably better than men. He said most of the problems in the world came from old people, mostly men, clinging to power. While still in office, he said he had mused what a world run by women would look like. He added, quote, "And I'm absolutely confident that after 2 years, if every nation on earth was run by women, you would see a significant improvement across the board on about everything," end quote. Of late, he and his wife, Michelle, have set up a foundation mentoring young leaders around the world. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Let's get another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Thanks so much, Lee. Let's kick it off with rugby, and I think understandably after a very successful year that saw them win the Rugby World Cup and the Rugby Championship, the Springboks dominate the nominations at the SA Rugby Awards. Boks have been nominated for Team of the Year, and coach Rassie Erasmus has been nominated in the Coach of the Year category. Cheslin Colby, a star at the World Cup, Peter Steph Tutoy, another star, and Makazole Mapimpi, all among the nominees for SA Rugby Player of the Year. The details of the announcement of the winners' names will be made early in the new season next year. Then on to football. Our midweek PSL action saw Bidvest Wits and defending champions Mamelodi Sundowns play out to a 1-1 draw at Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durbs. The Brazilians are opening the scoring in the 15th minute with a goal by Gaston Sereno. Clever Boys equalised just before the end of the first half with a shot on target from Gift Matupa. So that result sees Sundowns move up to second on the standings behind our log leaders and pace setters Kaizer Chiefs and Wits. They move up to fourth just behind SuperSport United. Then on to a slightly larger field or further afield, tasting their first loss in months. Liverpool's youngest ever starting lineup suffered a 5-0 thrashing against a semi-experienced Aston Villa team that was in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup at Villa Park last night. The Reds' senior players, of course, are unavailable for the clash as they'll be in action against Mexican club Monterrey in the Club World Cup tonight. The under-23 boss Neil Critchley, he led the young Reds side, but they failed to touch the back of the net as the Villains. They scored 5 goals to book their spot in the League Cup semi-finals. Then tonight's cup fixtures, they'll see Everton face Leicester, and both Manchester United and Man City, they'll be in action as well. And that's where we leave our sport for now.
It's a few minutes past 7 and it's time to have a look at the traffic this morning. And in Gauteng, Bedford View, there's a stationary vehicle on the N3 northbound before Van Buren Road. The left lane is blocked. Please keep a lookout for this. And in the Western Cape, eGugulethu, on the N2 inbound, there has been an accident off the Airport Approach Road, obstructing the right lane. Please approach this area with caution. And lastly, Metro Rail Central Line, the train service between Cape Town and Chris Hani, Kapteinsklip remains suspended indefinitely due to extensive vandalism. Please use an alternative mode of transport until further notice. That's your 7 a.m. traffic roundup. Now it's time to have a look at your weather with Jamie.
It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, and of course we asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Now James Turner sent us the spectacular sunrise from Durban, where mainly cloudy conditions are expected, with a shower or thunderstorm around this afternoon and a couple more in the evening, reaching a maximum of 27 degrees. Now Louise Cherry also sent us this orange skyline from South Coast in KZN, where partly cloudy conditions are expected, with a shower or thunderstorm throughout the day, reaching a maximum of 25 degrees. Now let's take a look at the rest of the country. Starting off in Polokwane, a high humidity can be expected ranging from 17 to 30 degrees. For you, Mbombela, it is 19, 32. And for you in Pretoria, it is 17, 28. Now, occasional rain can also be expected for Johannesburg with a low of 16 and a high of 27. For Mahikeng, 18, 29 with a couple of thunderstorms also expected. And then heavy rainfall expected for Klerksdorp ranging from 17 to 29 degrees. Occasional rain can also be expected for you, Kimberley, with a low of 14 and a high of 32. For Bloemfontein, it is 12, 28. Richards Bay, 21, 35. And for you, Pietermaritzburg, it is 17, 34. Now, a couple of thunderstorms for Durban with a low of 20 and a high of 27. Mthatha ranging from 14, peaking at 32 degrees. A couple of showers for East London ranging from 16 to 24 degrees. Craddock, 11:36, and then a southwesterly wind of 17 kilometers per hour for the friendly city of Port Elizabeth, PE, with 16:24. If you're out in Georgia, it is 13:22, and the lowest temperature in the country can be found in Sutherland with an all-low of 2 and a high of 14, so make sure to get a raincoat out today. A northeasterly wind of 24 kilometers per hour for the mother city, Cape Town, ranging from 15 and peaking at 20 degrees. Worcester, 10:19. For you, Springbok, it is 6:20, and the highest temperature in the country can be found in Uppington with an all-low of 14, peaking at 32. So make sure to stay hydrated, but also make sure to stay locked on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Keep it locked on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Indeed, today is such an amazing day because we are joined by Brenda Mtambo, who's going to be giving us a stellar performance after the break. There's so much more because we're giving away prizes and we are chilling with our favorite movie expert, JP, who's going to be giving us his worst 2019 movies. So keep it locked.
Every day, brave young kids around our country fight their own private battle against cancer. To show them that other kids and families have got their back, a portion of the proceeds from every NutriKids product sold will go to secure the next Clover NutriKids Choc Home in Port Elizabeth. A support base where children undergoing treatment and their families are accommodated, supported and given a fighting chance against cancer.
Are the words I wanna feel when you say you can I have more mic, please? I've told you so many times, now you know more trick. My love is yours, can I be yours? I love you, and I've shown you, and I've told you many times ago. I love you, and I've shown you, and I've told you many times ago. Jalangin moako, jalangin tanga, jalangin somfela, jalangin moako, jalangin moako, jalangin tanga, jalangin somfela.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're live, large and in charge on this Wednesday morning. And it may be the most wonderful time of the year, but right now it's time for JP's worst movies of 2019. Cue the menacing music. Bang, bang, bang.
Look at that image, just the millies and the... I love the graphics department at Expresso. God
that is
bless
amazing.
you.
I love it. It's like before it could turn into popcorn, it just couldn't make it.
Didn't have the heat. So let's argue, everyone, because I know everyone's... There are going to be pitchforks and people are going to be chucking millies at me outside after I do this list. I know it.
Do they still do that, pitchforks? Okay.
So, I don't know. Is there an app for pitchforks? Dad.
Let's talk about, you were saying, like, so what makes a movie bad for you?
For me personally,
to qualify for this list?
So I'm not just going to do a list here of Shark versus Anaconda or Shark Volcano or State Captured Shark or something like that. Like, there's no use in a critic going, oh, by the way, and the bad movie was bad. Shock horror. So I want to talk about stuff that was a victim of its own hype or was a disappointment in its own mission. That's my...
Why do I feel like Gemini Man is creeping up in the curtains there? Anyway, let's launch forth.
That's an honorable mention, I think. So fifth for me of 2019 was Brightburn.
Brightburn.
And this was a movie, you don't even know this name.
No, I don't.
Cats doing TV.
I was trying to figure out, like, no, can't do that.
It's a shame. This poor thing had all the hype of feeling novel, in fact, because it was the origin story of a super villain. So the story was like Superman, but bad kind of thing.
Okay.
Cool. So you've got that hype behind you. What are you going to do with it? Elizabeth Banks, poor lady, doesn't deserve to be in this. She probably even didn't deserve to direct Charlie's Angels. That was bad enough. Wow. But, man, Brightburn, you cannot rewrite a story in post-production. The thing is a mess. It looks like it was cut by a villain, someone who hates cinema. That's really mean.
My word.
But really underwhelming for everything that it promised to be. And it's like, from the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy, no one give a darn, I promise you.
Okay, all right.
What a mess.
Phew, what a burn for Brightburn. All right, so that's your fifth worst movie of the year. What about the fourth?
For me, it would have to be Men in Black International. You had Tessa Thompson and you had Hemsworth. What's his name again? Chris Hemsworth.
Chris.
Yes, Thor.
Okay.
From Thor Ragnarok.
Yes,
they really should have done very well because that was hilarious.
Man, I loved her in Creed, in Creed 2.
Man. She's the wifey in that and does that character so well. But Men in Black International is set in a universe where comedy is an alien concept. Honestly, I don't know why you're in this wondrous world of aliens and technology, and all the director asks these beautiful, very polished actors to do is convey enough enthusiasm for something like You're in Your Name, called it Home Affairs. So...
Which could be very exciting. ID, yes, I'm here to collect.
I feel like a foreign citizen in this country for the 6 hours I've been stuck in this building. But come on, guys, two very, very talented actors. Maybe also what you needed there, you had the Tommy Lee Jones, we were speaking about him earlier. And Will Smith dynamic. Will Smith was ready to make a fool of himself, get gooing himself, get thrown around in the car, while Tommy Lee Jones was like deadpan and straight-faced. The two of them are just way too slick. Maybe that didn't work in the end, and definitely this movie kind of did bomb money-wise box office too.
Okay.
So not for me, man.
Ban it to the alien fields. All right, that's your fourth. What about your third worst movie of the year?
My third worst?
Okay. I thought I was keeping it a mystery for myself, but okay, there you go. Glass.
No, I believe JP has forgotten because there have been so many bad ones. Glass, M. Night Shyamalan, the dude who did Split with James McAvoy, where he's got like 24 personalities, and you go, oh, shame, I should have given this guy more credit, because Signs was good. The one where the trees make people commit suicide was very bad, and then everyone's going, M. Night Shyamalan, I believe, just chuck in the towel. Please don't do a twist about towels attacking us and choking us or something. Glass, however, you're making now your trilogy of... yeah, that's the face I did a lot, Kat. Glass is... yeah, just keep grumbling. Yeah, you're my background sound effects here. Keep grumbling while I say the rest of this. It's your trilogy movie. You did the one Unbreakable with Bruce Willis. You've now done Split with James McAvoy, and the third character is this Glass character. All of that resounds in a parking lot. You're threatening here to inject your own superhero universe, which was possibly quite interesting. The whole thing just ends up being psychotherapy for 2 hours, conversation, and then a bit of fighting, yes, and a groan. The movie is all indigestion to me. This is not how you should resound something that could have competed with Marvel, that could have competed with DC, and then was just super... a word I can't say.
Okay. Oh, I felt that word. Oh, that's what I feel like. Okay. Let's build up now. Number two.
Number two, JP is also staring over at your
Rambo, Lost Blood.
Rambo, Lost Blood, old fart, whatever.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you? Find another word.
One of our heroes.
Descriptor. Yes.
That's a bliff, man. Like 76 years old, you probably got to find a different way to do action or just not do action at all. Because maybe Rambo's arch nemesis in this entire movie is his own neck and back. I don't think that Arnold Schwarzenegger, not being PC here, like he turns at 90-degree angles in every scene of this movie. And so to compensate for the lack of mobility in the action, there's just these grotesque scenes where he grabs a man's clavicle clavicle and presses his thumb into it like he's breaking open a bunny chow. And so the action is just...
And then does he go...
and does the groan that you were doing for Glass, yes. And also just stupendously, remarkably, impressively racist Rambo was.
Wow.
For Build the Wall, Make America Great Again, Mexicans are just the worst in Rambo's blood.
Glad I didn't watch it. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Number one.
Was also...
According to JP, the worst movie of 2019 is none other than...
Dark Phoenix was also the biggest bomb. I see a bunch of thumbs downs from very angry cameramen and crew types, camera people.
The poster looks amazing.
Bob and
it's
Bella.
Like Avatar on Star Trek.
Sophie Turner, right? The lady from Game of Thrones.
I mean...
Wish she was just eaten by a dragon.
Oh.
Okay, shame. This is the guy who's not seen Game of Thrones and now has got a bunch of her fans angry. But you dispense with heroes that people did enjoy. Quicksilver gets like, oh, sweet, you've seen the scene where he collects people around a spaceship. Then Vekas, hey. Then you're just reframing Famke Janssen's, what's her name, this character we're looking at here, Phoenix, Jean Grey. It's the exact same story we've seen before. So you put it in the hands of the writer who wrote a bad version of that movie, suddenly becomes a director. Maybe not a good move to make a writer-director, not necessarily going to be a great kind of thing to try and work out. And then the character who threatens to become the most powerful being in the universe ends her final fight on a train. In like Potch or something like that.
Oh!
No, not really.
Oh, that was a personal jab. That was such a personal
Potch.
jab.
Seriously, I'm sure that people are a lot more strong than these characters were made out in.
Okay, all right, okay, shoo.
Not for me, as a belief, no. So what's so shocking about some of these movies is that, like, so Dark Phoenix was in a handover between 20th Century Fox and Disney. Maybe Disney will improve it in coming time, but this is the kind of thing that's a franchise killer. I feel so bad for all of these very talented actors, including James McAvoy, who appeared twice on my list, who I love dearly otherwise, but not in Dark Phoenix, brah.
Wow, and that's it, the list of movies that made JP go.
Horn.
Well, something that's not going to make you go, but go, yes! It's our favorite part of the day because someone is about to win their share of the best tech, courtesy of Dion Wyatt. So we are down to our last 4 prizes, and our next lucky winner comes all the way from Pretoria. It's none other than Bridget Nkuna. Bridget, good morning. Welcome to Expresso.
Hello, Bridget.
Oh, Bridget, we can't hear you, girl. Let me put on. Bridget, hello.
Testing 1.
Testing 1, 2.
Hello.
Bridget, hi.
Hello, Bridget.
Here we go, Bridget.
Hello.
There we go. Oh my goodness, Bridget, you have been keeping us hanging, baby girl. How are you?
She's internally
Bridget,
excited.
hello.
Hello.
There we go. Bridget, is your TV on?
Yes.
So you're watching us and answering the TV at the same time, but it's all good, my love. Listen, you are through to the Dion Wyatt giveaway competition. What are you hoping to win today? Are you hoping to win some kitchenware, maybe something in entertainment?
The signal.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, Bridget, which number would you like to choose today? Okay, so the numbers that you have available are 2, 4, 6, and 8. Give me a number, Bridget.
6.
All right, Bridget wants number 6. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Jamie, what does Bridget want?
She has won herself an Expresso Ascender mini coffee machine worth 2,249 rand.
Bridget, congratulations! How are you feeling?
Speechless. Speechless.
Bridget is just speechless. Bridget, congratulations. By the way, Jamie and I will be there for coffee as soon as you receive your prize, my love. Congratulations. Well, there you go. This is our last week, of course, to enter. So get those SMSs in ASAP. SMS the keyword Dion Wyatt, your name and email address to 33728.
And remember that SMSs cost R1.50 and all the terms and conditions can be found on expressoshow.com. Competition closes this Thursday at 10 a.m. So get SMSing. And remember, good luck.
Dion Wyatt, where humans go for technology.
Early on the show, we've been punting that Brenda Mthamo is going to be giving us an exceptional performance. Well, that time has finally come. Please, everybody, give a warm Expresso cheer for Brenda Mthamo performing I Love You.
The words I wanna hear every day. You're mine. Are the words I wanna feel when you say I'm yours. I've told you so many times. Now you know my love is yours. Cannot be. Times ago, I love you, and I've shown you, and I've told you many times ago. When you're sorry, so I could feel all your love and seven. Wanna wonga, so sabi, punching our pain. It's again, Bambi side, so I could feel paradise in you.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much for that beautiful performance.
Thank you.
I am so happy that she's still around for 2 more performances. But after the break, you're playing a game with Leanne against Ukatlego. It's to test your music knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready? He's quite competitive. He's quite competitive. Brenda Mthamo, everybody, she's still around, so stick around. See you after this.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
Now, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Kat is already establishing lines and borders and just jurisdictions in this game. He's competitive, this one, just letting you know. So we've all heard Brendam Tambo sing, but we're dying to find out which songs are currently top of mind in a game called Music Match. Now, our celebrity guest has 10 seconds to think of and sing the first song that comes to her beautiful mind when prompted with a list of randomly selected words. And Kat, you get to play too, so this
okay.
is wonderful.
So it's not like Expresso Rewind.
No, this is not a shaka kind of moment. So this is each one of you get 10 seconds.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you ready? And I want a song from both of you.
Yes.
Also, please note, I don't want it to be like composed now in this moment.
Oh, so not like original.
No, we're not looking for original material.
Okay.
Ready.
In
3,
but here's the line.
2, 1.
Okay, who's first?
Time on the clock. Your words is forever.
Brenda!
You can go first, Kat.
Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Hey, do you really want to live
Brenda?
forever?
Go on forever.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Go on forever.
Okay, no, that's nice. That's
Doing
nice.
really well. All right. In 3, 2, 1, time on the clock. Your word is only.
Only you
boom, boom.
can make the dark night.
It's okay if you don't know the lyrics. No, it's okay.
But it's only you.
Brenda?
Only you are holy.
Yo.
Take
Hallelujah.
this to church, girl.
Only you are.
Come on, come on.
Yes.
I love it, I love
Yes.
it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your third word is me.
Me, myself, and I.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Brenda?
Oh, me. Okay, guys, I just went blank.
1. Oh.
Do you have any lines? Oh.
Word number 4, time on the clock is lonely.
Lonely. I'm so lonely.
This guy.
I got nobody.
Okay.
Guys, lonely.
3, 2, 1. Oh. All right. Word number 5 is simple. All.
All of me.
Yes, girl.
Oh, yeah.
All of you. Your curves and all your edges. Your perfect imperfections.
Yes. Kat?
All my life.
I've heard of someone like you. Come on. All right. Word number 6 is don't.
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 Don't tell Dustin about you.
Say.
Oh, that's a good one.
Look back before you leave
My life. Hey, Kat, you're enjoying it. What's your...
Oh, wait. I didn't...
Come on. There's one you should... Something me, girl?
5.
Don't leave.
Don't leave me. No, I'll take the L. I'll take the L on that one.
Word number 7 is money.
And I have my money.
Oh.
And I have my money. What's the money? I'm mad about
That's words come out of Lucian's mouth all the
She
time.
got the money in the cars in the clothes.
Hey.
I suppose.
I don't know who said that.
I just wanna be.
he just
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last one.
Yes.
Okay? And your word is call.
Call me. It's college. Location.
Okay. Call me. Don't know the other lyrics.
It's college.
Kat?
Does it count if I go, I just call? Okay, wait. Call on me.
Oh, yes.
A friendship that will never end.
Well done, everybody. Give Brenda Tambo and Katleko a big round. round of applause, and that was Music Match. It's tough, huh?
It's very tough.
As for, better have my money.
Hey, what be
That was
with
the
you?
best.
Only. All right, definitely. Words you say at payday, tough.
Lots of fun in studio, but it's time to look at those news headlines. Now, the Cabinet has approved the re-establishment of the National Security Council to streamline the coordination of all the security-related work of the country. And then the almost 125,000 teenage pregnancies between ages 10 and 9 during the 2018 and 2019 financial year should sound alarm bells in the country, says DA MP Chantal King. Now, there were some 3,500 deliveries amongst 10 to 14-year-olds and about 121,000 among 15 to 19-year-olds. That is correct. And now on the international front, 5 US tech giants, including Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, and Google parent Alphabet, have been named in a lawsuit regarding the deaths of child laborers in cobalt mines in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And then Boeing will temporarily halt production of its troubled 737 MAX airliner in January. Now, production of the jet had continued despite the model being grounded for 9 months after 2 fatal crashes. And then finally, each year Google handles billions of searches. Now, earlier this week, the search engine released the results of its 2019 Year in Search, which provides unique insight into the year's top trends based on searches conducted in South Africa. Now, the overall top 10 trending searches in South Africa included load shedding, election results, Fiona Viotti, Black Friday specials, and Gavin Watson. Now, the top Google recipe was somewhat of a surprise. Now, it wasn't the usual oxtail or some semblance of chicken, but the recipe for how to prepare, wait for it, a porn star martini. And if you Google it, you should know a porn star martini is a delicious concoction of vanilla vodka, sugar, passion fruit pulp, and lime with a shot of bubbly on the side. We'll take 2 of that, but that's where we leave your news for this morning. Let's take a look at the world of sports with G.
Thanks so much, Jamie. Well, after a successful year that saw them win the Rugby World Cup and Rugby Championship, understandably, the Springboks dominate the nominations at the SA Rugby Awards. The Boks have been nominated for Team of the Year, and Coach Rassie Erasmus has also been nominated in the Coach of the Year category. On to football. Our midweek PSL action saw Bidvest Wits and defending champs Mamelodi Sundowns play out to a 1-1 draw. That was at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. And staying with football, Liverpool's youngest ever starting lineup suffered a 5-0 thrashing at the hands of a semi-experienced Aston Villa team that was in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup at Villa Park last night. We'll expand on those headlines one more time in about a half hour.
Time for your traffic update. In Gauteng, Rosalind, there's congestion on Mabokane Highway southbound before block XX. Heavy delays can be expected. Please be patient on the roads this morning. And in the Western Cape, Athlone on the N2 inbound, there's a stationary vehicle after Jake's Gerval Drive obstructing the emergency lane. Please approach this area with caution. And lastly, Metro Rail Southern Line, there's an extended travel time of 20 to 30 minutes on the Simons Town line due to current infrastructure conditions and states out of service. That's your 7:30 traffic update. Now it's time to have a look at your weather.
Taking a look at your weather today, we've asked you to send in all your sunrise pictures. Now, Low Route sent us this orange skyline from Lions Head in Cape Town, where morning showers can be expected with partly sunny conditions and a passing shower in the evening, reaching a maximum of 20 degrees. Ndomiso Smith also sent us this incredible sunrise from Johannesburg, where occasional sunshine can be expected with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, reaching a maximum of 27 degrees. Now, let's take a look at some of the other temperatures across the country. There'll be some high humidity for Polokwane with a low of 17 rising to 30 degrees. Mbombela 19 reaching 32. Pretoria 17 rising to 28. Occasional rain for Johannesburg with a low of 16 reaching 27 degrees. Thunderstorms can be expected for Mahikeng with 18 rising to 29. Some heavy rainfall for you, Klerksdorp, with a low of 17 rising to 29. There will be some occasional rain for Kimberley with a low of 14 reaching 32 degrees. Bloemfontein 12, 28. Richards Bay 21 rising to 35. Pietermaritzburg 17 reaching 34. Then there'll be some thunderstorms for Durban with a low of 20 rising to 27. Mthatha 14 rising to 32. And then a couple of showers for East London, 16 reaching 24 degrees. Cradock, your low is 11 rising to 36. And then you can expect a southwesterly wind today, Port Elizabeth, with a low of 17 degrees. Also, George, you're looking at a low of 13 rising to 22. And then the lowest temperature in the country is for Sutherland with a low of 2 degrees reaching 14. Also a northeasterly wind for Cape Town with a low of 24 degrees. And then Worcester, or rather Cape Town 15, 20. Worcester, you're looking at a low of 10 rising to 19. Springbok 6 reaching 20. The highest temperature in the country is for Uppington with a low of 14 reaching 32 degrees today. Well, that's your weather update, and of course we'll have another full bulletin for you at 8 o'clock.
Sing it, sing it, no, sing it. Sing it, JP.
To your soul, it's ecstasy. You will find of a kind that has been in search of you. What am I doing? Why am I singing?
That is your favorite. That's JP's favorite road tripping song, which that's a cool one. That'll get you in the groove.
Yeah, Fantasy by Earth, Wind and Fire. That's the kind of stuff that I grew up
with. It's a cracker. No, that's a good road trip song. And Pat course, if you have to hit the open road, what would you pack in?
Well, these days I'm trying to be vegetarian, so I suppose I just park off and graze on the grass.
Wow.
So JP.
Nip it in an acacia.
That's so JP. He'll just pull over on the side of the road and eat whatever's there. Were those good answers? Does he deserve a coffee?
Yes.
Yes, he does. Okay, you're going to get a coffee. No, we're loving the fact that everyone at the moment is planning those road trips, but it's an opportunity to get nostalgic. For me, it's all about 60s kind of folk vibe. That for me, Simon and Garfunkel, got to hit the open road with that kind of vibe. You can let us know on Expresso Morning Show Facebook page. What are you road tripping to this season? We'll connect with you after the break.
Come to see.
Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 Rand. Hashtag share the goodness. Made with love by Clover. Apply for your American Express Gold or Platinum card and get 20% off your food bill, or a complimentary appetizer, or a free bottle of wine every time you use your card at participating taste restaurants around the country. Apply now at americanexpress.co.za.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. We're live, large and in charge. It's a Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for joining us at the start of a brand new day. And you're just on time right now, where earlier on we took a look at the top 5 worst movies of 2019, as according to JP Sebastian. Now we're celebrating with the top 5 best movies, according to the man. And I'm very excited. I haven't taken a look at the list, so
We've just been throwing around between ourselves honourable mentions that didn't necessarily make it for me to the list. What have you enjoyed?
21 Bridges.
That's very recent.
Yeah, very, very good. And I really enjoyed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I got to watch that on a very long flight, Tarantino movie. And like, other Tarantino movies I've seen before, except for that very crazy scene at the end with the dog, which is like everything built up to that moment, and I really enjoyed that.
It was really like expertly crafted.
Yeah.
So for me though, if I think about like what do I find good about movies, I think about them similarly to music. So if a song's making me want to like twerk, but at the same time go, darn, that's deep. I didn't think of it that way. I know that's a really weird way of putting it, but like if you can be poppy and accessible, but have...
Wait. We're not gonna let that slide. The song makes you want to twerk, but also think, darn, that's deep. My word, JP, man, where do you hang out?
This is a really emo twerk I'm doing. Maybe some weird goth trap nightclub that I've just made up in my head.
Cool.
No, but what I mean is like if it's action-packed, if it's cinematically visual, don't scorn the gift of the visual. You've got a big screen, use it. But then on top of that, get cerebral. Dig into us. Shift my subjectivity. Make me think about things a bit differently. Make me interrogate myself. So let's jump straight into my list.
Number 5.
Not necessarily interrogating yourself, but at least shaking up and setting the bar for genre. John Wick 3.
Oh, man.
Action movies, and talking about like setting the bar, like Hobbs and Shaw and stuff like that, which was enjoyable. Really, if you're being handed the kind of cash that these studios are handing you, you need to be doing the kind of work that Keanu Reeves does.
Go all the way.
And the kind of work that his director, Chad Stahelski, does. Keanu Reeves is proof positive that acting, as well as being the sort of, I don't know, latent talent that you can build and get really abstract about, it's also labor. Like what we're doing now is labor. It's a 9 to 5, and he put in the work. I respect him so much for that.
Did he do his own stunts?
Absolutely, man.
Goodness, the fight sequences are ridiculous.
Yeah, and knowing how to shoot that is hecka important, and that's why having a director who is a stunt coordinator as well, he knows what not to throw away, which parts to keep, which of the choreography he's so precious about. John Wick 3, stuff like that, and also it didn't come out this year, but like Mission Impossible and stuff, it's saying to you, if your action movies aren't at the standard, you deserve your money back.
Can them. All right, cool. That's number 5. What about number 4?
Number 4, Jordan Peele did Get Out, and he came back with a bang with Us this year.
Oh.
Us. More importantly, Lupita, with the scary voice as if she's talking about very bad movies.
That was crazy.
Who, funny enough, is not nominated in the Golden Globes. Okay.
Look, I found the story a little bit odd. It was a bit too left of field for me.
So like, going back to this, you know, wanting to twerk and think about music at the same time. I'm never going to mention that again because it's just like totally disconcerted a lot of people.
3 times now.
It's for me to put it pretentiously, this is like sport auteur horror because there's enough of the schlock and the blood and the pulse racing kind of stuff. But as a commentary just on class warfare, it is expertly done. It is the symbolism which is not in your face, like, ooh, notice I did that clever thing, please notice kind of thing. It's all just sort of just slightly under the surface, and what an actress like Lupita Nyong'o brings, no one else can do. I can't wait to see what Jordan Peele does next.
I think check it out for that. For Lupita Nyong'o, Jordan Peele, that collaboration over there. All right, this is now on to number 3 of the best movies of 2019, according to JP Sebastian, which is...
Martin Scorsese bounces back with The Irishman. What else do I need to tell you? Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Harvey Keitel, Martin Scorsese. Shame, Ray Romano is...
Ray Romano, I was about to look, when are you dropping that name, bro?
Actually, surprisingly good in the last couple of big screen things he's done, from The Big Sick through to this. The Irishman, it's... What else do I need to say? Look at the cast. What more?
Just watch the trailer. That'll be enough to make you go.
You mentioned, and it's a worthy honourable mention for one of the best of the year, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yes. The feeling of story emerging, rather than everything feeling like this shopping list of, ooh, I've got to wait for this plot point and this twist and this twist. When you can just stretch your legs and go, tell me a story, Uncle Marty.
Yeah, let me listen.
And
Uncle Marty.
Also, if you've got 5 bob, Uncle Marty, please. No, to have the gift of these actors just unraveling the feeling of story coming over you across 3 decades that this movie is set.
I'm saving this weekend for it, man.
That's a bliff, dude. You're going to need like 2 weekends. It's 3.5 hours. And not a second feels wasted.
Oh, wow. Okay, now, number 2, we're building up.
How is this director doing this? This is his second film only on the big screen. Ari Aster with Midsommar. Is number 2 for me.
Midsommar?
I think that if I've seen some people around yes, I see some thumbs up, and I see some people trembling and sweating because, again, a horror movie that shakes you to the core. This is the guy who previously did Hereditary, which you heard me gush on way back.
Yes, I think, yeah, okay, that was...
Which I beg people not to watch because it's too good.
Yeah.
And it looks like you've had a brush. Anyway, at least Midsommar is you know, to use this cheesy term that I used earlier, like sport auteur horror, at least a bit more accessible. It does feel like more visceral rather than just creeping into your nervous system and leaving you there with something dark and horrible you don't want to deal with ever again.
Wowzers.
It's fun as well. It's surprisingly, for a lot of critics, they laughed their butts off. One of the funniest of the year, despite these scenes that you're looking at.
The aesthetic is very bright for a horror movie.
Yes, and that is one of the challenges that the director set himself. It's like, how did I make you poop scared in pure daylight?
Yeah, exactly.
So managed to get away with it somehow. One of these rare movies that manages to cause in you this this ethical conflict of, am I actually rooting for evil to be done? Is there some... So not that you realize you're evil or anything like that, but just an amazing writing to be able to blend inside you that weird conflicted feeling and the feeling of observance. I'm actually in this alien world with this new culture. Maybe I should be respectful then when it's too late to get ya.
Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, now to the #1 movie of 2019 according to JP Sebastian, and that is...
Parasite is #1. Bong Joon-ho, Bong Joon-ho, Bong Joon-ho, Bong Joon-ho. I'm not swearing in another language, that's a man's name. Previously did Okja, previously did Snowpiercer. Parasite is a masterpiece. I don't spend...
Korean movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as the award scorecards go for movies all across the world, topping the list even over Irishman, even over Marriage Story, which deserves an honorable mention also.
Oh yes, Marriage Story completely did my brain this weekend.
Excellently acted, man. Tears.
Yeah.
Irrespective, though, critics are now referring to unabashedly, like tongue-in-cheekingly. Don't use that in an English example. It's not a real word. Talking about Bong genre of film, because he is that good at fluidly, tonally blending the emotions you go through. I'm going to use this word once in 2019 and never again because it's so pretentious to talk about, but an emotional roller coaster, and legit.
Wow.
In 4 minutes, I went from laughing my butt off to bawling my eyes out.
Wow.
And again, the story of what just feels like, superficially, it's just this domestic staging. It's just stuff goes down in the house and you're not ready for it. I don't want to give you any more than that. You really should see it with as little information as possible.
Absolutely.
Parasite is a masterpiece and it should rake up Oscar for Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Director. Best screenplay, best picture, absolutely.
Wow.
But as Bong Joon-ho once said, having a laugh, the Oscars is a very local award show.
Oh, my word.
It will be probably missed for that in that regard, but every critic this year has rated it unanimously above every other movie.
JP Sebastian, thank you very, very much. There you have it, the top 5 movies of 2019 according to JP Sebastian. The movies that made him twerk and think, wow, that's deep.
Oh, JP. Now, of course, from the best movies to the best time of the year, Christmas is a time to celebrate with generosity, spirit, and style. Now, it's a special time of sharing and creating memories with friends, family, and especially with the children. So what about setting a gorgeous kiddie stable with baubles, snowmen, unicorns, and crackers this Christmas? Now, here to show us how to impress the kids are Who It's Homeware designer manager Claire Robertson and her beautiful son, Riley. Welcome, you guys. How are you?
Hello, good.
Hello. How old are you, Riley?
I am actually 11.
You're 11? Oh, my word. Claire, I have to tell you, this is a beautiful setting, but how does one go ahead creating a table like this for the kids for Christmas?
Well, we have a lot of fun when we're putting together the Christmas ranges. We've kind of become children for a little while and think about what kids would want. And actually, Christmas is all about kids and fun and festivity and bright colours and crackers and, you know, just having fun at the table and spending, you know, having a good laugh.
And what I love about this is that we can actually include the kids in setting the table. Now, Riley, what is your favourite part of Christmas?
Well, I actually really love the crackers, family and friends around the table, cute decorations, and a lot of yummy food.
Oh, yummy food is a bargain. But you know what is my best part as well? Is pulling those crackers. Do you want to pull a cracker?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you get to keep the gift inside. Is that okay? Are you strong? Are you left-handed?
No.
Wait, that's right. I'm sorry. Sorry, my bad. 3, 2, 1, pull. Yay! What is in there? Let's see the gift. Ooh, what is that? It is a cute little sticky tape thingy, which you can find in your cracker, and there's a joke card. So there we go. I love that. Now, Claire, Take me through it, because obviously you want to make sure that the table setting is kiddie friendly. So about the crockery that we use, what would be safe for the kids?
Okay, so we have quite a big range of melamine at Woolworths, which is, firstly, it's 100% melamine, so it's food safe. So there's no toxic chemicals that can leach into your food, which is really important for kids and adults. But I mean, it's really, really important that all of our product is food safe. So we have these beautiful melamine plates and platters and bowls, which are all decorated with our little Woolies Christmas characters that are developed specifically for us by artists, which are really, really fun. So it comes in the little bowl over there, and then there's a little Santa plate, which is really cute.
Oh, love
like that. So cute. And yeah, and they don't break.
They don't break,
really,
which is
really
the best
important
part of it,
because,
of course.
you know, obviously Christmas becomes a bit of a frenzy, pulling crackers and things get knocked over and dropped. So nothing here can break. And it can also be combined with our normal melamine range, which is in plain colors.
Yeah. And then I see that we have, of course, these amazing little tinsel sheets. Can we put one on? Can we just put this on? And then take a young selfie with it, of course. This is beautiful.
Oh, I love your one, Up to Snow Good.
Up to Snow Good. Mommy and Daddy, if you need to get them this. Were you a good boy this year?
I'm pretty sure.
What was he, Mommy?
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Okay.
He was. I have to be proud.
Besides all of this, like, what are you looking forward to the gifts as well?
Well, I like just cool designs and things, and also things that you can go around and use often.
Okay. I love that. I love that. So, Mommy, Claire, you are amazing. And yesterday I was actually in the Hood store and we had a lot of baubles. So can we actually just see these cute little baubles we can still put on the table if you want to, on the trees, decorate the trees, all of that. It's glitterati, it's sparkling, and everything is festive red and green if that's the color you're going with, right?
Absolutely. And what's really fun is bringing non-Christmassy items into it. Like the llama is so like topical and current, and it's like something that is on all kids' clothing at the moment. It's in some online games, and you make the llama Christmassy. So it's like taking non-Christmassy characters and making them Christmas, which is really making it fun for the kids.
I actually think that I'm gonna like upgrade and sit by the kiddie stable this year and not by the adult table. Can I come to you for like sit by the kiddie stable?
I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh, but thank you so much for Claire and Riley showing us exactly how to make this lovely table for Christmas for the kiddies. Now, this really makes me feel happy and feel like an absolute kid again. And this year, I'm definitely booking my spot at the kiddie stable with Riley. But remember to share the love, share the happy, and share the excitement. Share the moment with Hoolies this Christmas.
Imina utatika fado sijabulile siyi Christmas.
The festive spirit is truly in the air. I cannot wait to be home and spend the rest of December's festivities with my family. I'm from PE, and I'm driving down this Friday actually with a few friends. So we're turning it into like a road trip. I'm compiling this playlist. What are your go-to songs for a road trip?
Do you know Asa?
Yes.
Asa, Emily Sunday.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I love those chill, pop sounds,
it just relaxes you.
Yeah, as I drive home.
So there's no gom just to keep you, awake?
No gom, I must be like really in a party, man. It must be happening.
I have to go from chill to gom and then Throwback Thursday, the olden day jams on my as well.
Yes, love that.
So after the break, Brenda, you are performing Ungowami Forever. I am so excited for that. So make sure to keep it locked right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso. See you after this.
Get your summer glow back in time for the holidays with Biovian Vitamin C at OptimumOnlineStore.com. Vitamin C is an antioxidant, reducing damage from free radicals to brighten your skin, refine its texture, fade sunspots and discoloration. See Biovian Vitamin C Hydrate and plump up fine lines for a supple, radiant, rejuvenated skin. Order now, email your city and win free products at OptimumOnlineStore.com.
Hey. Hey.
Nakupenda, nakupenda. Hey, boy, no, baby. mouse seducing them. It is you, I'm shower overload. But in this Ananda, oh baby, it's okay. Yantanda, go out forever. Yantanda, go out forever. Oh baby, it's a meal. I'm about to want to see. Oh baby, it's a meal.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. It's an incredible Wednesday morning. As Leanne said earlier on this morning, that once you've reached the hump, the midweek hump, it's straight down to the weekend. Brenda Tambo is still here serenading us with her amazing voices. Earlier on, she performed I Love You, and now she's gearing up to perform Ungwami Forever. You Are Mine Forever. These are the two songs I'm definitely adding on to my road trip playlist. Please take it away.
Hey. Nakupenda. Hey, boy, no, seducing it is your ham shower overload. I say this Ananda, oh baby, it's okay. Yantanda, go on forever. Yantanda, go on forever. Oh baby, it's me. No more better when love see. Oh baby, it's me. Oh, Yantanda. My boots on my pendula, but it sends a nani, baby. Forever in an way, baby. That's right. That's listening now. Ananda, oh baby, it's okay. Yantanda, go on forever. Yantanda, go on forever. Oh baby, it's me. No more better when I don't see. Oh baby, it's me. Oh baby, it's me. No more better when I don't see. Oh baby, it's me. I'm a child, baby. On if
Oh baby, Tandil, Tandil. Oh baby, Tandil. Oh baby, Tandil.
Wow! Brenda Tambo, everybody. That was Ungowami Forever. I heard a little bit of Swahili in there.
Yes.
Okay, that's what's up. Listen, if you absolutely loved what you're hearing, of which I'm pretty sure you do, you can check her out on the 26th of December at the Durban Jazz Festival. She's still around for one more performance, so make sure to keep it locked. Right now, though, let's have a look at what's happening in the world.
In the national news this morning, the Cabinet has approved the re-establishment of the National Security Council to streamline the coordination of all the security-related work of the country. The Minister in the Presidency, Jackson Mthembu, said yesterday. He said the Council would be responsible for the approval of the national security strategy, the national intelligence priorities of the country, and the national intelligence estimates. The Council that last existed during the tenure of former President Thabo Mbeki will be chaired by President Cyril Ramaphosa in his capacity as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed and Security Forces. The almost 125,000 teenage pregnancies between the ages of 10 and 19 years old during the 2018-2019 financial year should sound alarm bells in the country, says DAMP Chantal King. Now, this was revealed by Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga in response to a parliamentary question from King. The KZN, Eastern Cape, Limpopo and Gauteng have the most teenage pregnancies, with some 3,500 deliveries amongst 10 to 14-year-olds and 121,000 amongst 15 to 19-year-olds. King said sexuality education in schools should focus on pregnancy prevention in schools, but awareness also needs to be raised in communities. Now moving further abroad, 5 US tech giants, including Apple, Microsoft, Tesla and Google parent Alphabet, have been named in a lawsuit regarding the deaths of child laborers in cobalt mines in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The impoverished but mineral-rich DRC is the world's largest producer of the rare metal, which is crucial for making batteries used in mobile phones and electric vehicles. The case was lodged on Sunday on behalf of 14 unidentified victims who are members of the families of children killed in tunnel collapses, as well as children maimed while working. Boeing will temporarily halt production of its troubled 737 MAX airliner in January, the manufacturer said yesterday. Production of the jet had continued despite the model being grounded for 9 months after 2 fatal crashes. More than 300 people died when 2 737 MAX aircraft crashed in Indonesia and Ethiopia after reported problems with a new feature. The Federal Aviation Authority's analysis suggested there could be more than a dozen more crashes over the lifetime of the aircraft unless changes were made to its design. And then finally, if women ran every country in the world, there would be general improvement, says former US President Barack Obama. Speaking on leadership in Singapore, he said though women are imperfect, they are indisputably better than men. He said most of the problems in the world came from old people, mostly men, clinging to power. While still in office, he said he had mused that a world run by women would look like, he added, quote, "And I'm absolutely confident that after 2 years, if every nation on earth was run by women, you would see a significant improvement across the board on just about everything." Now, of late, he and wife Michelle have set up a foundation mentoring young leaders around the world. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Let's get a final look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Thanks so much, Lee. Let's kick it off with rugby, and understandably, after a very successful year that saw them win the Rugby World Cup and Rugby Championship, the Springboks are dominating nominations at the SA Rugby Awards. The Boks will have, of course, been nominated for Team of the Year, and Coach Rassie Erasmus has been nominated in the Coach of the Year category. When it comes to players, Cheslin Colby, Peter Steph Tutoy, Magazola Mapimpi, all among the nominees for SA Rugby Player of the Year. The details of the announcement of the winners' names will be made early in the new season. season next year. Then on to football. Our midweek PSL action saw Bidvest Wits and defending champions Mamelodi Sundowns play out to a 1-1 draw at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. The Brazilians opening the scoring in the 15th minute with a goal by Gaston Sereno. Clever Boys then bounced back just before the end of the first half with a shot on target from Gift Matupa. So that result sees Downs now move up to second on the standings, still behind our pace setters Kaizer Chiefs, and Wits they bump up to fourth just behind SuperSport United. Then staying with football, Liverpool's youngest ever starting lineup suffered a 5-0 thrashing against a semi-experienced Aston Villa team that was in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup at Villa Park last night. The Red senior players, of course, unavailable for the clash as they'll be in action against Mexican club Monterrey in the Club World Cup tonight. The under-23 boss Neil Critchley, he led the young Reds side, but they failed to touch the back of the net as the Villains scored 5 goals to book their spot in the League Cup semi-finals. Then our Cup action tonight will see Everton up against Leicester City and both Manchester United and Man City in action as well. And that's a wrap of your sport for this Wednesday morning.
Thank you so much, G. Let's take a final look at what's happening on the roads in Gauteng, Pretoria. There's been an accident on the N4 eastbound after Rousseau Street. Now, the emergency lane is obstructed, so please approach with caution this morning. And then in Gauteng, Lethabong on Modderfontein Road, there has been a multi-vehicle accident before Esther Park. Now, 2 lanes are currently blocked due to 2 taxis colliding, so please do use an alternative route this morning. And then finally, on the Metro Rail Central Line, there is an extended travel time of approximately 2 hours on the Laverstown line due to the lack of capacity. Now, commuters are advised to use an alternative mode of transport this morning. And that's where we leave your traffic for this morning. Let's take a final look at the weather.
Well, let's get right into it. Firstly, we've asked you to send us your sunrise pictures, and so thank you very much to JP Malherbe for your beautiful sunrise from Robertson in the Western Cape. Also to Gary Oakham for your bold sunrise from East London. James Turner for your sunrise from Durban, and Louise Cherry for your orange skyline from South Coast in KZN, as well as Low Roots for your lovely skyline that you sent us through from Lions Head right here in Cape Town. And lastly, Dumiso Smith for your sunrise in Johannesburg. We really appreciate those. Keep them coming. We love sharing them with everyone at the start of a brand new day. Now, taking a look at the temperatures all around the country, high humidity expected for Polokwane this morning, and temperatures ranging between 17 and 30. In Mbombela, quite similarly, 19 to 32. Pretoria, 17 to 28. There'll be occasional rain expected for Johannesburg today. Temperatures ranging between 16 and 27, while thunderstorms are expected for Mahikeng this morning, a low of 18 and a high of 29. Heavy rainfall expected also in the Northwest Province in Klerksdorp, 17 to 29 your temperatures will range. In the Northern Cape, Kimberley, occasional rainfall you can expect there with a low of 14 and a high of 32. Moving over to the Free State in Bloemfontein, temperatures will range between 12 and 28, while Richards Bay can expect a low of 21 and a high of 35. Over in Pietermaritzburg, 17 to 34, you can expect some thunder showers throughout the day. Also thunderstorms for Durban, and temperatures ranging between 20 and 27 degrees Celsius. In Tata, thunder showers also to be expected today, a low of 14 and a high of 32, while East London will also see some wet weather throughout the day with a low of 16 and a high of 24. Sunny conditions for Cradock today, a low of 11 and a high of 36. Southwesterly winds of about 17 kilometers per hour expected to blow through Port Elizabeth with a low of 16 and a high of 24. In George, 13 to 22, while the lowest temperatures in the country this morning will be in Sutherland, a low of 2 and a high of 14 with some spots of rain today. Northeasterly winds of about 24 kilometers per hour expected to blow through Cape Town with a low of 15 and a high of 20. Worcester, rainy day for you, and a low of 10, a high of 19. In Springbok, 6 to 20, while the highest temperatures in the country in Uppington, a low of 14 and a high of 32. But no matter what the weather in your part of the country, here's hoping it's going to be a magnificent one indeed.
Magnificent indeed.
Make it so, make it so.
So after the break, you know that fake news is probably like the phrase of 2019.
Yeah,
right?
I'm surprised that that's not the most searched thing on the Google list.
Exactly,
But that's,
exactly.
It's been a thing.
All right, well, it is a thing. Coming up after the break, we're playing a game of fake news, 3 stories, and of course, those that are playing need to decide which story is fake and which story is real. They all sound pretty crazy, so you never
And it's
really
tough
know
because they all sound insane.
Yeah.
So you can play along with us at home. Brenda's going to play with us in studio. I'm normally hosting, but today I'm going to play. I'm going to sink my teeth into it, see if I can be astute, if I can spot those fakes in the mix. But it's going to be a lot of fun as we officially play Fake News after the break.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun,
dun. Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're live, large and in charge. It's a Wednesday morning. I keep skipping a day forward.
How about you jet lag?
You know, such is the consequence of the day and age in which we live. Crazy news, fake news. It's hard to tell what is real and what is not. So we're going to see if we can spot the real headline among the fakes.
Dun, dun, dun.
What? What?
Yeah, that sound.
Yes, okay. You guys know how this works, right?
That was
I was just taking direction there from my...
not?
Yes, guys, we have some on-field news reporters out there that are bringing us some live stories. And how the game works is like this. I'm going to read you two headlines. One is real, two headlines. One is real, one is fake. And I want you guys to tell me exactly which one is real and which one is fake news. Are you ready?
Ready.
Here we go. What?
Ready.
Bob, are you sure? Yes. This just in. Story number one. Man who stole $88,000 US from work arrested after posing with the money on social media. Another story just came in. A man gets banned from Instagram after creating over 75 fake accounts to get into girls' DMs. Over to my panel. Which one is real? Which one is fake?
Yo, I feel like in this day and age, any can be real, though. You get dumb criminals all the time who would pose with the actual contraband.
Are men really that low down, dirty, shameful creatures that you would do that?
I'm gonna go with the first story being real.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm also going with the first one. Because I have hope in mankind. I have hope that men are not that useless.
Here's the real headline. Yes, a man did indeed flash his newfound cash on social media. A 29-year-old American banker who's in charge of the vaults took the opportunity to steal $88,000 US in cash.
Wow.
He then stupidly flashed the cash and jewelry and his new car on Facebook, not realizing that people would put two and two together. Safe to say, he is now in jail. Well, here we go.
Throw away the key.
Bob, you have a news story? News headline breaking this morning. A wife builds a pub in the back garden as she's sick of her husband constantly sneaking off for a drink. What? There's another story. A man stages intervention for wife after he realizes she's the culprit stealing the kids' sweets. Which one is real? Which one is fake?
I think story number one is real.
I
That would be a very, very clever woman, but I think it's real. Number one.
I think they're both fake.
Oh, I know, they're both
One is
fake.
real.
I'm going to go with the second one then. I'm going to say that a man
Because the wife was stealing sweets. All right, Brenda, what do you say?
No, I think the first one also.
Is fake?
Yeah.
Or is real?
It's fake.
Okay, let's
Okay,
take
so you say number 2 is real?
Yes.
Number 2 is real? I'm saying number 1 is real.
Okay. Well, the true headline, this British wife did, in fact, do the most and build a pub. Now, Paul Tapper, wow, his name is Tapper, an engineer from the UK, has always been a big fan of visiting his local pub after work, despite his wife's irritation with the situation. So finally, she decided enough was enough, and she built her very own pub right in the middle of their back garden in an attempt to keep her husband from sleeping off for a drink.
But we've been having
Could
that.
you imagine that?
Guys,
Your wife building a tavern.
Are the friends allowed to come over, or is it just for him? Does he have to sit there like a loser on his own? Like, oh.
We'll have to find out details on
The
that.
trick is pick the most ridiculous one because it'll probably be real.
Well, I have another story breaking. Bob, thank you very much for that. A bride is mortified when another woman runs into the wedding screaming, "It should have been me!" Another story is breaking. Yes, social media influencer was busted for hiring over 1,000 models to attend a wedding for perfect photos.
Oh my word.
Can I pick number 2 as being the real story? Number 2 is real. Number 2 is real.
Number 2 you say is real. So the first one is fake, you say?
The first one is fake. Number 2 is real.
Let me think. Oh my God.
Yeah?
The influencer story sounds like real.
I want that to be
I'm
real.
going to go with the first one being real.
Okay.
First one is
I'm
real.
going to say the first one is real.
All right, well, here's the fake news headlines. Well, the ultimate wedding, actually, this is the true one. The ultimate wedding nightmare did actually come true, or sort of kind of way. Stacey Owen was mid-wedding when a woman burst into the reception shouting, "Stop the wedding, it should have been me!" Unfortunately, after a few minutes of everyone going crazy, the bride realized that the woman was in fact a comedian hired by her husband, who actually one of the bridesmaids hired to make a joke. Question is, would you be laughing? Would you be laughing on your wedding day?
No, I wouldn't.
Most women, I'll kill you. I'll kill you. That's how I think most women would kill a woman, yeah? Come on, no.
I don't know how you mean that. I wouldn't laugh either. I wouldn't.
No? But I think you guys did pretty well in
So 2 plays 2.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So
I think you got, how many did you get,
I feel like you rubbernecked off of my...
How many did I get?
I think you got 1 right.
Oh,
No, I got 2.
2 right, okay.
I think you got the last one wrong. I don't know.
all right. The last one.
Panel, thank you very much. While you argue among yourselves, join us again next week for another round of fake news. And in the meantime, don't believe everything you read.
Now back to this
Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Bob. Thank you. Yes, Bob, thank you. Thanks, Bob. Thanks. Thank you, Bob.
And the real news.
The competitiveness of these people, I can't.
Imagine
captains
it's
on
so
the other
funny,
side.
though. That's my favorite. I think that's my favorite game. It's like hilarious.
No, you know what? But we need to school them on the real news because summer is here. We are
Definitely.
within ourselves. It is here. It is fire. And
It's hot. It's hot and happening. But I'm ready for it. I am here for it. But for you to do it right, Tabiso and Jamie went somewhere for shopping.
Yes, at Game. Check it out.
You know what, Jamie, I don't know about you, but when I think of Christmas as a young child, I remember thinking of snow and fireplaces and all of that. But lately, I'm finding myself enjoying a hot South African hot boy, hot girl summer, people by the beach, because, you know, what's better than being at the beach during that time, the festive season with your family, braaiing up a storm?
Nothing screams December like food, hot boys, music is gonna be a vibe.
And hot girls.
Hello.
And that's why we know that there's only one place to get the best of Christmas, and it's at
Game. I feel like a rich auntie pushing around. Are you going to the beach this summer, by the
What do
way?
you mean? Of course I'm heading to the beach. I'm thinking of going to Clifton. And you?
Ooh, nice. Yes, but we need a few things for the beach. We need music.
Yeah.
We need towels,
Yeah.
sunglasses. Hello, bougie. How you doing?
You are a gal right after my very own heart. Turn left. This way, Jamie Lee.
I'm pushing. I'm pushing.
Okay, enough with the joy ride,
Yeah.
Jamie. We need to do some shopping.
Absolutely. First, and you can't go to the beach without a good towel. Do you have a good towel?
Not for the beach, not for the beach. So this is the perfect timing, the perfect place to be. Which one are you eyeing?
Okay, I would actually go for this one, the watermelon one because my son would like this. The colors are like so vibrant. So cute, Mama. Summery. What is your vibe?
Yeah, I think for me, definitely something stripy, bright and summery like this, because sometimes you don't want to bring the attention on yourself at the beach. Put that in there. But I know that my niece is also definitely very much into the colorful explosion. So I'll grab
there we go.
one of these.
There we go. Put it in.
Put it in
of
there.
course, we can't go without a bag. That bag looks
She wants one.
tropical, vibey, sexy.
Fantastic.
Put it in.
Let's go.
Let's go shopping.
Yo, Auntie Jamie, this might easily be my favorite aisle in this shop because the truth is I'm going to be doing lots of entertaining this festive season.
Listen, let Auntie Jamie call you quickly because I'm the queen of hosting. You're going to need lots of plastic cups and plates because you don't want anything to be breakable. So maybe we should get a few of these.
Yeah.
Maybe the red for some beer pong. You like that? Are you feeling
I like
it?
that.
Okay.
I
what
like
else?
that. And get some pink ones as well.
Pink ones. Okay, for your niece.
Tell you something, I saw some really cool ice packs as well over that side. Let's go.
Hon, lot of hon.
So, ta-da! Jamie,
Oh,
there they
wow,
are.
they are cute.
Look at this. You got a flamingo, you got a pineapple, you got a cactus, you got a watermelon.
I'm just going to sit here while you shop, okay, boo-boo?
Which one should I choose now?
Listen, we don't need a budget for this. Take all of them, my friend. Take all of them.
One of each.
Hello.
Yes, queen. You know what, Jamie? I can taste, feel, and smell this party. But what's a party without some sound systems?
But wait, quickly. I just need a young little nap first because I need all the energy for you in December.
Yeah, you'll catch me that side. How about that?
Bye, Felicia.
I'm seriously leaving you.
Okay, wait. I'm coming.
Jamie, I'll tell you something. There is no party without music, right?
Absolutely.
So where do we start?
How about this one? I look this. It looks portable. The colors are popping. It looks lekker like a doll.
Well, it even has Bluetooth connectivity. This is my kind of toy. Perfect for those beach outings. Okay, cool.
Are we taking it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Oh, you know what, Jamie, my friend, you know what? I have to tell you something. You know you have hit the summertime when you can chill and relax by your own stoop.
Living your best life. Listen, this is the mood board for my dream home. I'm going to be living, friend.
You can get it at Game if you believe and you can swipe.
I can live like this forever.
Embarrassing, really. Jamie Lee, we've done so well today. I think we are officially summer ready.
So friend, we've got game.
Well, let me tell you something. The sun is out and it's time to play. But here's a little secret. Game is running an unbeatable Boxing Day sale on the 26th of December for all of those things you might need a little bit extra after Christmas is done. So make sure that you hurry on and get to your nearest Game store. Angie Angela!
Listen, who's paying for all of this, by the way?
Like to purchase a
To me, that looks like so much fun. That was so funny. Oh my
We
gosh.
literally had the best time ever, but the people at Game were so like chilled and cool.
Yeah.
We were literally living our best life, but they have the best things. Like if you want to get anything for outdoors, because I know you moved to Cape Town and it's going to be your first festive in Cape Town, then of course you need to go to Game because they have the best stock. Like ice cubes. Do you see the glasses? They have glasses.
I saw
were
those
popping.
glasses, Jomi, and you had so many things on. The funniest thing was the Tamiso with that snorkeling gear on, with an entire apron. I'm like, what are you you doing?
And we fought, like we literally fought with this noodles. He hit me, my eyelash was gone. I literally at one point I was like, where my eyelash at? But honestly, go to game, and the staff there was so super amazing. See, I was even
I
there.
thought you also wanted to join the staff.
I have a new job, so after at 9 o'clock I have to go straight to game store in Canal Hawk so that I can get like a young job after weekend special.
I thought you guys got me something, but it's fine.
Maybe we still have 2 days left of the show, friend, and then maybe you'll get a young snorkel thing.
Please show me. Right now, though, we're just going to catch a quick break. After the break, there's so much more right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush your daily goodness. Now also available in long life.
Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 Rand. Hashtag share the goodness. Made with love by Clover.
Venus. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Did you know that Medicare pharmacies are your one-stop health and wellness destination? If you don't know that by now, you should. At Medicare, professional and friendly staff are on hand to attend to your healthcare needs. And Tim Knapp, CEO of Medicare, has stopped by studio to tell us a little bit more about their holistic offering of products and services that are always available at their pharmacies. Why do you think, as someone who's very much motivating where you're going in the market, why do you think people love Medicare? Why are they keeping coming back to you?
I think there's probably three things that stands out to us. I'd say care, convenience, and value. Right?
Yeah.
And I think the care you've hit on, I mean, that's exactly the feeling we're trying to build, right? One of, I think, real, attentive, personalized care coming from a suite of very professional people, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's hard to find that these days. And the convenience we've talked a lot about over the last 13 weeks, right? Trying to build the one-stop shop, everything from your front shop goods to the doctor, to the nurse, to the pharmacist, the lab tests, the medicines, all under one roof. And I think value, I mean, increasingly we are, trying to get to a very competitive price point, whether it's a heavily discounted doctor compared to a physical GP, our front shop ranges, we're building lots of things, trying to make sure that people are getting good value in their healthcare, right?
And of course, it would all fall short if you didn't have amazing people working for you, which you've proven you do. When you say you're reinventing pharmacy, I mean, you have a much wider scope. You're reinventing doctors, to be honest.
Exactly.
What does that mean to you in your operational model, in the way that you have applied this in your many stores? How are you reinventing the pharmacy?
I think we're trying to make healthcare easier for people, right? And I think we've started with the doctor. I think that's the easiest place to start, trying to create that one-stop shop. But I mean, just having a doctor by itself in a pharmacy isn't enough, right? And so now you're trying to figure out what comes on top of that. And I think some of the things we'll be doing this year, we haven't got a great brand for it yet. We call them bundles, right? So actually starting to say, how can you work through in a specific therapeutic area, something like family planning, right? Right now you'd go see a doctor and pay a fee. You'd go to a pharmacy and pay a fee, and all this stuff adds up. So how do you actually take that package of stuff and bring it in at a much, much lower cost, right? So it saves you time and saves you money. And we want to be introducing a bunch of those things next year. So that's sort of the next step in reinvention that we want to be taking.
That's one of the new things on the horizon. What else is 20? We are this close to 20.
We are this close to 2020. It's pretty scary.
We're talking about it. Not to, you can do with this year first. You can get done with that before you move on to 2020. But a new year, lots of exciting possibilities. What's the biggest things
I think,
on the horizon?
Probably 3 or 4 things that are also going to be quite exciting. I think one, we expect to get reimbursement by medical aid for VideoMed next year.
Oh, wow.
So I think that'll be, certainly maybe not all the medical aids, but certainly a lot of the medical aid, so that's going to make a big difference for people not having to pay out of their pocket, right? So I think that's a huge thing. Second thing, the front shop, like I talked about, we're going to do a lot of work on our front shop, so you can expect to see a lot of new product, new pricing, different look and feel.
That's all I'm after.
That we've got and we'll have for you without a problem. And then the third thing is those bundles that I talked about, right? So we'll be doing quite a lot to be trying to bring some products into the market that actually help you save more money, right? In the way that you think about healthcare. And those are probably 3 pretty big and critical things that we want to be focusing on for next year.
Oh, well, thanks for thinking of the customer, and thanks for hiring amazing people as well, because I've really loved getting to know your team on every level. Even the marketing guys working with your amazing pharmacists, everyone has been really such a pleasure to.
I'm blessed to have a wonderful group of people.
I'm sure they feel the same about you.
I hope so.
I'm sure they feel the same about you. But you're doing some pretty remarkable things in a space that needs a little bit of stimulation. And I think ultimately we want to see that there is a conscience around the way that we are being looked after and the way that we are being treated. And there are ways that you can get the full service. You can look after your whole family, including the little one. You can look after yourself, and you can get what you need in one place. So whether you have been feeling a little bit ill and need a prescription, or just something to remedy maybe an ailment, Medicare is the place to go, with everything under one roof, from a pharmacist to even your nurse, your sister, a VideoMed doctor. You've got to try it out if you can. There is always a friendly place to talk to and advice to get from someone who really does know what they're talking about. And I think most importantly, cares about you and wants you to be able to live the healthiest and most balanced and happy life that you can. Tim, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Medicare, reinventing pharmacy for you. The festive holidays are just around the corner, and with that comes summer entertainment, a time to share recipes and enjoy some quality time and lazy afternoons with friends and loved ones. Now, Susie O'Regan, Senior Product Developer for Dairy at Woolies, joins us this morning to show us how to put together 2 cheese platters, perfect for your summer occasion. Susie, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Leanne.
Oh, before me, I see a feast of different things that are going to put together an amazing platter, because I think platters are wonderful for the festive
Absolutely
season.
are. Yeah, they're so interactive and engaging, and people just love to share and enjoy and chat, and
I love it. All right, so let's take a look at what you're going to be doing for us today. I see something a little bit more traditional on this side.
That's right. So I've put together a bit of a traditional cheese board, inspired with some of our new Christmas lines.
Wow.
So here is a cream cheese roulade, and it's got a cranberry preserve in the middle, and it's topped with candied walnuts, and it's got a little hint of orange zest in it. So just absolutely beautiful flavors that complement one another. I've got, of course, a blue Stilton and our traditional brie de roche, which is a goat's and Jersey milk brie, and it's fully ripened and ripened to perfection. And Woolies is the only retailer that do pre-ripened brie and camembert. So if you want something that's perfectly ripened for the occasion, just pop into Woolies. Nice. And then this year we've launched an aged cheese selection. Yeah. It's a 3-year matured cheddar and a 30-month matured Gouda. Okay. Just a beautiful, beautiful cheese that would just go with anything or just enjoy on its own.
Oh, I am about a cheese platter. I love a cheese platter so much. But then on this side, I see something completely different.
Totally different. So I think this is really about easy entertaining and being outdoors and sort of al fresco dining. So I've chosen some of our summer entertaining lines. Okay. These two little products are a blend of mascarpone and ricotta, and then layered with gremolata and sun-dried tomatoes. Ooh. And in here it's got sun-dried tomatoes and then with a basil pesto on top. Amazing. We've also launched a harissa and butternut terrine. Ooh, this looks delicious. Delicate. And then it's dusted with chopped pumpkin seeds. Wonderful. We've launched a range of sushi-inspired cream cheese.
Stunning.
So little discs of nori jam with cream cheese and then sesame seeds on the outside.
Oh, that is so clever.
This one's got wasabi in the middle, and then it's got cucumber and carrot on the outside.
I love that every bite is literally like an adventure.
Yeah.
You kind of just want to go in there like, ooh, 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 ooh. And yeah, there we go. Don't fall.
And then the last one here has got the nori jam in the middle, and then a salmon cream cheese and nori around the outside. Here is, thank you. Here is our 3-year matured cheddar. Yeah. So just absolutely delicious and got an abundance of those lovely crystals in the middle. Wonderful. So just great to put chunks of that on your platter.
So while you're busy doing that, now Woolworths is running some awesome festive deals, daily deals by the way. You can get up to 30% off Woolies cheese and deli items. So what you're seeing here, yes, 30% off. Now this deal is running today only, so you've got to get involved. Make sure you get to your nearest Woolies store. I just had to get that in there.
Thank you.
Because it's getting me excited right now.
Absolutely.
Oh, all right.
And then a local blue cheese made for us by Fairview exclusively. It's a washed rind blue cheese. So you can see that from that lovely orange rind on the outside.
Yeah.
And it's ripened for about 4 months and just delicious flavors and complements beautifully with some of the cured meats we've got.
So much joy right now. I've got you with this one.
And then we've got 2 new lines, a salami with truffle, just great big chunks of truffle in there, which just, again, works so beautifully together. So we'll just pop that on.
Oh, this is so wonderful. Basically, Woolies has sorted you out when it comes to entertaining your family. Absolutely. And so many beautiful different variants of cheese and meats. It's gorgeous.
And then this is another one of my all-time favorites. It's a triple cream Jersey milk cheese. So similar to a brie or camembert, but a lot more buttery and really rich. And it's ripened for about 14 weeks. I'm going to cut through that so we can just see how gorgeous it is in the middle. You can just see how buttery and delicious that is. And then let's just top it with some crudo with black pepper. Thank you. Thank you for helping.
Not a problem. Oh, well, this is very, very exciting. So many different selections available for you at Woolies. I see some mascarpone with apples, cinnamon, pecan nuts over there. I see some chocolate, medium-fat cream cheese. What is going on? And then, of course, there's some full-fat, semi-soft white mold cheese.
Yeah.
Susie? We sorted.
Good.
We
enjoy.
Oh, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Susie O'Regan, joining us on the show this morning. Now, these are the perfect cheese platters, best served with a cheeky drink and good company. And if you want some more festive inspiration, be sure to buy a copy of the December issue of Taste magazine. And remember to get to your nearest Woolies for today's festive deal, happening only today, and it's on cheese and deli items. Let's duck in.
Ooh, you know what, friend? I used to be allergic to cheese growing up. And then I could never eat cheese. And now I feel like I've got into cheese heaven and I literally eat cheese with everything. Cheese,
That is sad.
Have you ever tried cheese and grapes together and then pop it in your mouth? It's like an explosion of...
Like crackers, cheese and grapes.
No, without the crackers. I feel like crackers is like water to... No.
So just cheese and
cheese
grapes.
and a grape and you put it in your mouth and it's explosion of taste. But you know what will
I'm not sure, hey?
You're not sure?
I have to think about it for a second.
You have to think about it.
Yeah.
It's okay, but you know what's lacquer with cheese as well? Is muffins.
Muffins, yum. Yum.
Muffins, princess.
Muffins, bacon muffins.
Yes, no, poppy seeds.
Poppy seeds
muffins.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin. You know that song, The Muffin Man?
I'm from PE, Trim. I don't know. I'm kidding. My PE people know that song.
You do this to yourself, and then you ask yourself why Graham always schools you about PE, but you throw PE under the bus.
No, man, it's just a joke. We're
On
just
behalf
kidding
of all
around.
the people of PE, I want to apologize that this is your representative.
After the break, listen, man, I'm Tambo, still in the house, giving the people what they want, what they need, and that is one more performance. While we dig in and have more coffee, let's take a quick break.
Ooh, only the highest grade Arabica beans. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. You could win one of 15 prizes courtesy of Dion Wyatt's Advent Calendar. A magical prize behind every number, a PlayStation 4, a Galaxy A30s, a Kenwood Chef, a Dyson cordless vacuum, and so much more. To win, SMS the keywords Dion Wyatt, your name and email address to 33728 and cross those fingers. After all, 'tis the season to win big.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Of course, we know that the festive season is road trip season. If you haven't already taken the long road, I'm sure you will be at some point. And we wanted to know from you, what are the essential songs on your road trip playlist and what's your favorite pad course or snacks? I said I love an assortment of everything. Yeah. That's my personality. You know, I don't want just one thing. Give me a lot.
Give me
and
everything.
Also, when it comes to road trip, it's all about the classics, baby.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston, but upbeat stuff. Don't be like, break my heart.
You
Not here for
cannot break
that.
my heart for an hour, hey? I feel like you can, especially if it's a long road trip.
And then you're crying there while you're driving to PE.
And sleeping. There we go. Well, let's find out what you had to say at home with regards to what your song essentials and pad course essentials are.
Absolutely. Now, Celeste and Peterlo, it's probably a joint account, said, good morning, beautiful Expresso family. Now, road trip songs have to include 500 Miles, Alice, Joyride, Ed Sheeran, of course, 80s. Yes, I'm with you, Celeste and Peter. Bangles and Shawn Mendes. Now, snacks will, of course, include biltong, drumsticks, tomato and cheese samis, chocolates and chips, sparkling water, bougie. Have an awesome, blessed day. Thank you for a fabulous show. That is from Celeste
That's
and
Leanne's
Peter.
kind of party.
This is my
That's Leanne's
variety,
kind of
is
party.
the spice of life, y'all. Be like, guys, what's next? Oh, it's the peanuts. Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, Kalinda Kwam said, good morning, McDonald's, Whitney Houston, Roxette, Boney M, and Lorica Roach. Wow. Ooh, Boney M.
I don't know any of those people except for Whitney Houston.
Okay. Okay.
I'm disappointed in myself. But moving right along, the Umubuya Onkarabile Livingston Bembele says, morning, good people. I am driving down to Limpopo with one song on repeat, Haka Matorokisi by Makadzi. Yeah, I don't know that one, but I'm pretty sure it is a banger. And next one, we have Nati Manads Jacobs. My favorite hit songs when I'm on the road is Brenda Tambo. It's like, it's like Salam.
You know the song?
And yes. Brenda Tambo's in the house. What you mean, girl? And, what's this one? Shantae Savage, Funny Way. Have a wonderful day. All thank you so much. We hope that you have a wonderful day. And also stick around because Brenda Tambo is in the house. Okay.
Sing that song for us.
Chum, I'm not going to sing that song. We have the actual person here to sing it for us.
I love that. I love that. Sing a young Whitney Houston fast there.
Oh, I want to dance with somebody.
Say what?
I want to feel the heat with somebody.
Hey, doing the things, ladies. Very, very nice. Now, you're speaking about snacks, and with a handful of ingredients and a few minutes of prep, you can pack a Tupperware full of car ride-ready sandwiches that both you and the kids will enjoy very much. And these portable, mess-free Sasco road trip sandwiches are the best type of road trip fuel for the holiday season ahead. They'll fill you up and won't leave the car a total mess. Thank you for that. From mature cheddar cheese to cold meats of your choice, Grace Stevens joins us this morning to show us that there is a way to make every passenger in the car happy for the road trips ahead. How are you, Gracie?
I'm so fine. I'm just wondering why you say it is possible to make everyone happy.
Because people get crazy on long road trips. You start off very excitedly, and then by the time you're 3 hours in, it's like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And then...
I'm gonna vomit.
But you brought us some great ideas on how we can make, and you were saying that this is a new style of making sandwiches because 2 slices is so 2000.
Last year, darling,
Even,
I mean, we're going into the new decade, and so we need a new sort of sandwich to kind of mix things up with. So I've used 3 slices of bread here. It's quite easy because you just get one of these.
Like that.
And then you just eat it.
And you're saying this is mess-free?
This is not, you know what, once you've wrapped it up and it's been sitting for a while, it will all keep in its
itself
place.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So what do we start with?
So we start with nice fresh bread. I've got my Sasco bread here.
Lovely.
And butter or whatever spread that you want to use. And the secret here, Kat,
make sure the
spread
butter is
all the way to what? Make sure that the butter
is to make sure the butter is at the correct temperature. Nobody likes taking beautifully just baked fresh bread and then you just murder it with a cold piece of butter, and every piece of that butter just takes the bread and
that's like a massacre. It's like a nightmare.
It just ruins the experience, doesn't it? Your butter needs to cooperate.
No, your butter does need to be at room temperature and nice and spreadable.
Look at that spread.
And you spread all the way to the corners, and this is to keep your bread from drying out. So you just keep it, so that's one of the best tips that I can give you. And don't leave the butter out, because whatever the filling is, the moisture from the filling will just go through the bread and get it all like mushy and soggy, and you don't want that kind of thing.
That just turns road trips into crisis trips, you know, and we don't want that. You want it to be nice and chilled for everybody to enjoy themselves. So as Gracie just said, that you spread the butter right to the edges of the corners.
Absolutely.
Make sure that the butter is covering every inch that it needs to. What else?
So the next tip I would say to prevent your dried horrible sandwiches is to put a little bit of shredded lettuce down. So you got that next to your bread, and then you put your sandwich ham, and you can choose whatever you want to put on this.
And once again, guys, don't be stingy, huh? Don't be stingy.
No, this is the thing. You can't be stingy. You must really just pack it on so that you can eat quickly while you're on the road.
Yeah, you never want people asking, Mom, what's on the sandwich? And then they have to flip it open to peek inside. No, let them be able to see it visually. It's there.
You definitely want to make sure that your fillings are all on there.
Double cheesy.
I've put cheese, and then here is some microgreens. So here again,
yes.
So close to the bread, you want to keep the moisture into the bread. You don't want it to get soggy. I've left the tomato out, and if you really like tomato on your sandwiches, then what you need to do is to cut your tomato, keep it in a Tupperware separately, crunchy. And then just before you eat your sandwich, you pop it on.
What about putting sandwiches into cooler boxes and stuff?
I don't think you should, no, I don't think you shouldn't lower the temperature of your bread because that's what's going to cause it to dry out.
Okay.
So you need to wrap it tightly in cling film, or you can even wrap it in your Sasco bag once you finish making your sandwiches. There you go, double up.
And keep it out of the sun.
You do need to keep it out of the sun, and then I would just put it again into a Tupperware, sealed Tupperware. Each of your sandwiches is nicely sealed with your cling film, or you can use that nice beeswax cloth to wrap it up.
Fancy like
as long as you've got no air going onto your bread to dry it out, and then every single bite is going to be delicious.
Absolutely. All right. And the new style of cutting sandwiches in 2019 and the future is into 3 columns. No, don't do the triangles anymore. Triangles are unappetizing.
Oh, no,
we prefer
triangles
rectangles,
are
please. Okay, lovely. Can I just need to get into one.
Do you want the best part? The middle bit is the best
Really?
part. You get less crust.
You know what? Me, I don't mind the crust, eh?
Don't you mind the crust?
The crust, oh, it's good.
Okay,
Look
then
at
I'll
that.
trade. You
Oh,
get this one.
there we go. Okay, I'll definitely
Okay.
trade you. I'll have that. So you can SMS the keyword Sasco to 33728, and we'll send you a link to the recipe as well as the ingredients. But it's very simple, very easy. We've shared all the beautiful tips with you of how to make these and how to keep them in the car nice and fresh, so that, you know, on that 6-hour-long road trip from Bloemfontein to Mthatha, you could be nice and entertained.
Cheers. Crunchy.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know it's nice and fresh when after that bite, a little bit of it just stays at the top of your palate. You've got to be like,
Oh, yes. I'm getting everything in this. This is amazing.
Lovely stuff. Let's show you how to make this.
Sasco, baking together since 1930.
Really good. Absolutely fantastic. SMS the keyword Sasco to 33728, and as simple as that, we'll send you the ingredients list as well as a link to the recipe so that you can make this. But as we've just shown you now, very simple,
Easy
very
peasy.
easy, and best thing about it is that they will last for up to what, 3-5 hours?
I would say like 4 or 5 hours, yes.
4 or 5 hours out there on the road.
Hours, yeah.
Then you're all sorted. So next time you head out onto a road trip or a hike, consider these as your lunch or your patkos for the road ahead.
Sasco, baking together since 1930.
That looks so yummy.
And actually, I'm really hungry now, guys. That's all I'm saying. And that would be nice pat course, actually, eh?
It would be.
Kind of right up there with your
Maybe they
friggin'
can journey all the way
maybe
here
you can road trip those sandwiches over here. So guys, the show's almost over.
It's not over yet because someone actually wants to be just like you. They just got into our social media page and said, you know what, when I grow up, I want to be Graham Richards.
I haven't grown up
the
yet.
message over there. Yes, another Graham Richards wannabe, lol. Little guy know he wants to be a presenter as well. Raleen, this is
Good,
from
man.
you. Let's take a look at this video.
I wake up in the morning, espresso. I feel good
my vibe as
today. The feel good breakfast show.
Yeah.
Oh, good morning, Expresso family. Live Expresso. My name is Zevi. We're going to talk about soccer sports.
Soccer sports,
United and Liverpool. James squashed a nice ball for Rashford. That was a brilliant goal. And from Liverpool, they drew it. Liverpool.
He's so much better than
You better
me.
watch
He's
out.
so
He
much-
Loves to talk just like you.
He's so much, and he's almost as excitable as I am.
Hey?
But he's much better than me.
That is beautiful.
But you're there. You've taken your first step. You're on camera. You've done it. That's so sweet.
Well,
man.
listen, if this is your the person that you're looking up to in this life, I want to say you've chosen an incredible person because Graham is amazing. So hopefully you'll be sitting here one day too, huh? Who knows?
Sweet. We'll see you in just a mo.
That was awesome.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful souls. Your timing is perfect. We have got one last opportunity to savor the boundless talent and spirits of this incredible human being sat beside me. Brenda's going to bless us with one more performance, but right now I'm going to suggest you get onto web tickets, get yourself a ticket for the Durban Jazz Festival. It's going down at the Hazelmere Dam, obviously in Durbs on the 26th of December. Tickets are really inexpensive. Get out there, support this phenomenal young woman and a truly remarkable lineup of artists joining her. But you get to experience her one last time this morning live on your Feel Good Breakfast show. It's I Remember, Believe.
Woke me up this morning. Don't know how my blood still runs through my veins. I don't know how I reach to run another day that I'm standing in the rainstorm. I believe, yeah. Hey, oh my lady, 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 hey, oh my
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Standing in the rainstorm, I believe.
That's a kind of like melt your face off kind of.